Clicking live.
Clicking it live with the squeaky flow will knock you down like a domino. Tick-tock, time to rock, everyone out there.
Click, 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 click.
How's everyone doing? You saw AP. You saw some of what happened yesterday when Avery got sick of Sheikh Uthman dodging him, decided to hunt him down at his own Dawah booth when we knew he was there because he said he was going to be home finally. We knew because he every other day he makes an excuse. He'll challenge people to debate, and then they'll say, okay, here, do it this time. Do it. No, I'm traveling. I'm flying. I fly 375 days out of the year. The only time I can debate is on February 35th. And so he keeps running, but he admitted that he was back in San Diego for a live stream. And so GodLogic and Inspiring Philosophy both agreed to go to him for an in-person debate. He ignored them completely. Then went live. Why is everyone running? Why is everyone running from me? Oh my goodness, they're running from me, even though they both agreed to come out to me and do an in-person debate. But no. So then Avery, since he knew Sheikh Uthman was in town, he goes to his Dawah booth. And what happens after completely embarrassing themselves, they call the cops on him. We're still in January, guys. We said 2026 was going to be worse than 2025, as if it were even possible. We said it was going to be worse, and we're still in January. This is how things are going in January. Crazy time. So, guys, we're gonna check out some of the relevant portions. We're gonna check out some of the relevant portions of GodLogic's appearance at Sheikh Uthman's Dawah booth before he got there, and then when he rolled up to him. We'll check out what led up to police being called and so on. We'll see some of these guys who showed up and were complaining about me. We'll eventually add up all their transgressions and have a little court session, guys. We will eventually have, during this live stream, a court session with Judge Hammer Time, passing sentences on everyone who crossed a line. And I'm known as a firm but fair judge. Judge Hammer Time is firm but fair, as you will also.
You know what's funny? They still do this whole thing like, oh, let's make a live stream and challenge these Islamophobes to come and debate. And if they don't show up, then that means they lost and backed out and all that. I'm not really following them. I'm not really sure what they're doing and what they're saying. I haven't watched any one of their live streams. I wonder if they are still mentioning me, considering that Sheikh Uthman, in his initial challenge to all of us, explicitly mentioned you, me, Sam Shamoon, and others. Then I directly on Twitter accepted the challenge and said, but not on Christmas Eve, you dork. Then he said, yeah, pick any time, any place, and we'll do it. So I picked a time, and he was like, oh, we can't do it that time. Why do you have to wait so long? I wonder if he's still calling me out, because that would be really, really stupid on his behalf.
Yeah, that's funny that you also agreed to debate him, because we all did. Avery and Nick were challenged Avery and Nick directly. Avery and Nick accepted. They said, we agree. Then he withdrew his challenge and said, no, I will not. I will only debate Sam. And I accepted. I said, let's do it at DebateCon. He still just completely ignored that. And then I made a live stream specifically so that he could call in. He did not accept. And then he lied and said, I only mentioned it like the day before. Complete lie. Inspiring Philosophy said he would travel to Sheikh Uthman in Florida or wherever he was, and that he would pay his own way. Sheikh Uthman refused. Then when he announced that he would be back home in San Diego, GodLogic and Mike, Inspiring Philosophy, both said they would go to him for a 2-on-2 debate. He could pick anyone he wanted as his partner. Completely ignored them. And then GodLogic goes to actually show up there, and he shows up at his Dawah booth. Sheikh Uthman won't even show up to his own Dawah booth. He's such a coward. But he insists on going live where he controls the mute button. Why is that relevant? Well, we have it on video. When he was asked why he refuses to debate Christian Prince, he said, "I'm not going to call into someone's show when he controls the mute button. That is not fair. That is not a neutral debate." What's he insisting? The only way he's willing to debate is he controls his channel. He controls the mute button. It's exactly what he said is not fair, is not even, and that he would never do. He would never call into someone else's show where they control the mute button. But that's what he's demanding. And everyone's saying, you're all cowards because you don't call in. He's the one who said, then he's a coward for not calling into Christian Prince. Then he's a coward for not calling into Sam's. He's a coward. He says he doesn't do it if someone else controls the mute button. He says, nope, that's not a fair debate. So he's deliberately demanding what he calls an unfair debate where someone else where the person you're debating controls the mute button. Total, utter hypocrite and coward, which that's why he's a good example of Dawah in 2026. So guys, we're gonna check out some clips, and then we're gonna have a little court session here. We're gonna have a little court session. Take these first couple of super chats, and then we'll get into it.
It's gonna be a very, very difficult show, man. It's gonna be very difficult.
It's gonna be traumatic for some people.
Tremendous.
Namely, everyone who is found guilty by Judge Hammer Time. All sentences imposed on the Quran. Just a few bucks to say thank you for not calling us woodalings or anything like that. I would not do that to anyone. He's going to pull an apostate prophet. 7 minutes. Yep. Wanted to save Nordine some money. Demons are bad.
Demons
really?
bad.
Do we all agree?
Demons bad.
Ruslan said his last name means tribe of the black boys. Is he one of the Al-Zut? Allah, who's at the bar? Yeah, that would be Sneeko. Apparently just ordering drinks for the ladies. Oh, it was funny when when everyone shared the clip of Sneeko ordering drinks, and they said, look, Sneeko's drinking, because that's what the clip looked like. And then the defense was, no, he's ordering drinks for the ladies. And everyone started going, ladies, cover those drinks around these guys, cover those drinks. The idea is that the guys all these scumbags would slip something into their drinks. So ladies, cover your drinks. Apparently that's a necessary step now at these clubs. Old McMomo loved Al-Zut. E-I-E-I-O. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Is Mr. AP the reason you're late, Mr. Wood? Today? Yes.
Yes.
Every other day? Yes. Do not show up to a Dawah booth on a hot desert night. Worst mistake of my life. Yeah. Don't want to do that. Avery was riding out for you, D. Wood. God's blessings, apologetic crusades. Let's go. Oh, guys, this is going to be a fun week. Avery is genuinely a good-natured man, but there has been a genuine shift in him losing his patience with Muslims over the past 2 years. Well, that's the thing, guys.
That's what happens, dude.
Yeah, and I've mentioned this in the past. If you go back to 2007, 2008, I was the guy telling other apologists, hey, don't call Muhammad a pedo, man. It's not adding anything. Just point out what he did. Say, yes, he consummated marriage with a 9-year-old girl, and roll with that and say, defend that it's morally wrong. There's no need for name calling. Yeah, fast forward a couple of years after death threat after death threat after death threat, and we're going to do this to your wife, and we're going to do this to your mom, we're going to do this to your kids and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, yeah, call them whatever you want now. And then I start calling them that stuff too. And all the eating the Quran and stuff, when did that happen? Guys, before Muhammad Hijab started crossing lines and going after people's wives with threats of rape and torture and stuff, before that, where was I ripping the Quran? Where was I doing Quranagami? Where was I making Muhammad cartoons? Where was I doing any of that stuff? Your decisions are making people more hostile against you. And then everyone jumps in and, hey, I want to reach Muslims. I want to do apologetics dealing with Islam. And then it's, we're going to go after you, and we're going to go after your wife, and here's what we're going to do to your mom. And it's like, you affect people over time. And yeah, so that's pretty much going to happen to everyone, guys. But nope, Avery is still awesome.
And there, once again, we see the truth of the prophet Nietzsche, who himself said that he who fights monsters should be careful that he himself does not become a monster. Mm-hmm. For if you too long look into the abyss also gazes into you.
If you look at the Al-Zut, Muhammad, be careful. The Al-Zut will look into you with their wieners. Even the Al-Zut.
Nietzsche.
Even the Al Zut, that was in response to them. Everything that everyone does is a response to their terrible, disgusting behavior, and then they whine like babies about it. Bunch of cowards. The idiot in the white follows Avery every time he goes there. He's in love with him. He's in every video from Balboa. Well, lots of these guys apparently have a crush on Avery. Maloink sent his baby gangsters to press Logic, and they ended up pressing 911. Yeshua Akbar. Yeah, that's the rumor on the street. Maloink is claiming credit. I sent them to harass Avery's wife and call the police on him. This guy's claiming to be like a Bloods gang member and stuff. And he's like, everything he does is the least gangster thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. I'm gonna dox you. I'm gonna call your wife in the middle of the night. That's what I'm gonna do.
I sent my gangsters over. My gangsters will call the police.
Yeah, gangsters call the cops, baby. Real gangsters love to call the popo. The police, will you come save us? We're getting cooked over here at the Dawah booth. Bunch of dorks, man.
The gang will call the police. They love the cops.
Should we desecrate the Quran by forcing it to listen to Malik's rap songs? I'm screenshotting that. What will be one of... We will add that to our top 100 ways to desecrate the Quran, forcing it to listen to one of Malik's awful rap songs. Actually, I'm going to dress up as Dr. Malik for a little skit at the Demolition Ranch later this week. And I'm going to try to resuscitate one of the Qurans after things are done to it. What things? Things, ladies and gentlemen, things will be done to endless piles of Qurans. I have boxes of them. Of course, Malik and all his gangsters can stop me beforehand. You know my address. You guys gonna do anything? Of course not. You guys wouldn't bust a grape in a food fight. What are you gonna do? Call the cops on me? We're gonna show up and say something mean, and then when you say something back, we call the cops on you because we're gangsters. He's only like a gangster on TikTok. He's a TikTok gangster where like it's a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds who don't know any better, and they're like, oh, he's doxing. That's so gangster. Bunch of idiots. Why do you not consider time travel a serious issue? That's AP. We're not talking about time travel right now, man. Wait.
Just trolling Nordine.
What? No, I think he's serious because you're like, time travel is impossible. It's like, I don't regard it as impossible. I regard it as so utterly improbable that you'd have to have some slamming evidence for it. And Candace Owens saying, I think Charlie Kirk was a time traveler based on this message he showed me. I would not consider that very, very powerful evidence.
Well, there are actually multiple paradoxes that are according to which the idea of time travel is considered impossible or implausible and refuted and unexpected and just a sci-fi issue. One of those, some that I remember, some have to do with going back and causing something to your grandparents.
Yeah, if you go back.
The other, there is another paradox, which is that if time travel exists, then there would be a time at which time travel would have been developed to such an extent that there would be people traveling back in time and forth and all that. Of course, you could theorize that there could be time travel in such a way that you can only visit the past or something without actually doing anything to it. But I don't know, all of it just seems like fantasy. You know?
Yeah, it is. You said yesterday Logic is the future. Malik wishes Logic was his future. Watch him make a rap video called Yearning. Yeah, he will. But we can see the yearning basically in everything he posts. Demonic possession is out. Time travel is in. Yeah, that's how it is. If Mossad Malik somehow hung out with gangsters, he would not be able to snitch for long. No, he would not. In fact, if they heard him say anything that he says regularly, he would not last. So where can he be? Where is he free to be a gangster? On TikTok in front of a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds who are stupid. All right, let's go ahead and check out some of this video. Let's see what we got here.
Okay, so that we can finally...
Oh, hang on. This is at the end. Let's go all the way back to the beginning where he shows up, says basically why he's there. All right, let's see what we got here.
Yeah, we out here looking for Sheikh Uthman. We came out here to San Diego. We came out here to Balboa Park. Does anybody remember Uthman saying that they ain't going nowhere?
Mm-hmm. I do, yeah.
That the Dawah's not going to stop. They're always going to be here in Balboa. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Isn't that what he said, Anthony?
He said that.
Then Sheikh Uthman said we're not going nowhere, right?
He ain't running. He ain't running.
How long? It's been like probably. He hasn't been here since 2023 of July.
Still running. Still running.
That's the last time he was here.
Yeah, it's basically once people like Avery started showing up and so on, he had to kind of be playing Dawah musical chairs, right? He has to constantly run around because he doesn't want to engage with anyone who has any clue what he's talking about. And so you go from place to place and you catch ignorant people. And that's the only people. Matter of fact, we see that in this video. I'm not sure we'll be watching the sections and so on, but when he starts having a discussion at Sheikh Uthman's Dawah booth, we don't want to talk to you. We don't want to talk. We don't want to talk. No. And Avery's like, we got 4,500 people watching, man. This is a perfect time. This is a perfect time to share with the world. You got Dawah to all these people right now. No. We don't want to talk. We don't want to talk. But they love talking to someone who walks up and has no clue what he's talking about. They love posting clips like that. Bunch of cowards. If it's a knowledgeable Christian and a knowledgeable Muslim, they don't want to do it. But notice the Christians do. The Christians want that. The Christians want knowledgeable Christian versus knowledgeable Muslim. Muslims, they want knowledgeable Muslim or pretends to be knowledgeable Muslim and completely ignorant person so they can make their Dawah clips. Pretty sad. Here's Avery.
Where is he at? With all this fake challenges of coming to the streams and yada, 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 you dodged our PPD podcast. You dodged our your own invitation to fly us out.
Yeah, so the PBD podcast, guys, after Sam Shamoon was on there, after Sam Shamoon was on the PBD podcast, Eddie Dean from the Dean Show, Muslim, contacts PBD and says, "Hey, why don't you get Sheikh Uthman on there? Get Sheikh Uthman on there. Get him on your show." So PBD said, "Hey, I'll tell you what. You, Eddie Dean, you're a Muslim Dawah guy, and Sheikh Uthman, and it'll be Sam and Avery, GodLogic. So 2-on-2 on a huge platform. That would have gotten like 5 million views. Sam predicted Sheikh Uthman would make an excuse and never do it. Keep in mind, Sheikh Uthman was free to go on the show because they were trying to set it up. They're trying to set up him going on the show. So he was free to go on the show. Sam said, no way he's ever going to go on the show. Not going to happen. 0% chance. Sheikh Uthman refused, of course. Then Sheikh Uthman made the mistake of lying, just flat out. I mean, he always does that, but he went to his followers and said, his followers are going, why aren't you going on PBD, man? You were offered the opportunity to debate on PBD. Why aren't you going? He said, oh, yes, they made it a rule. They said, we can't criticize Christianity, but they can criticize Islam. We're not doing that. Well, that clip went to PBD. He said, we never said that. And PBD asked Eddie Dean, Sheikh Uthman's Dawah buddy, asked him, did we say that? Did we say any of that? Eddie Dean said no. So Eddie Dean admitted Sheikh Uthman was lying. Admitted it.
Wow.
That's what all the rest of this, guys, has been him trying to save face, thumping his chest. And so what did he do? Then he said, I challenge all of you to come debate me on Christmas Eve, right when you're spending time with your families. Right, that's the only time I'm free to debate. And yeah, then he changed it to the 30th. Everyone accepted in one way or another. I said we'll do it at DebateCon. Avery said, yeah, I'll go down there. Him and Nick, they got challenged directly. Avery and Nick, they agreed. Sheikh Uthman then withdrew his challenge. IP agreed to go down there. That was then rejected. So just a total joke. Anyway, here we go.
To fly us out and debate with you. You're dodging even now. I said that I was going to be in town. You're in town. You're at home. You was at home recording, according to what you were saying. And so here I am in San Diego on your home turf. Where you at? Where are you at? Let's get some more likes, guys. Let's get some more likes because we're just getting started. If we get enough likes, I'm going to go over to Sheikh Uthman's Dawah booth, and we're going to have some fun with them. See if Uthman shows up or if the little kittens are ready to talk. But this is all his fault. I usually leave him alone. We leave him alone, don't we, Khan?
We do.
We leave him alone.
You're saying once you find out someone doesn't want to debate, okay, fine, we're not messing with you. But once you start calling everyone out, okay, then he's going looking for you. So it's like Avery now is the Sheikh Uthman hunter, and Sheikh Uthman is the Dawah runner. He's just running around the world trying to avoid people actually showing up to debate him.
Until he provokes.
Yep, until it provokes. We let them have their side of the park, because we ran them off of this side of the park.
Completely.
Wherever we set our tent, they want to be on the farthest end from us. Okay, we let you have it. You stay over there, you be safe. But now your sheikh has been running his mouth. Now your leader has been running his mouth, calling us out as if he really wants to debate. We're in San Diego. Here we are. We're right here in San Diego. In San Diego.
Nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found. We just wondering where Cuz at, man. Where he at? In the meantime, my brother's over there cooking right now, showing different Qurans and whatnot, which is good.
Different Quran. There's only one Quran. All right, so Avery talks for a little bit, and then he goes over and starts talking to these guys. We're not going to watch a bunch of this stuff because we want to get to the booth, but you did have some sort of Muslim psychologist or something shows up and starts talking about the miracle of iron in the Quran. Let's see what he says.
Oh my God, just serious.
Yeah, the miracle of iron, and then when none of that works, like he starts playing victim. Why are you? And all the Muslims start playing. Why are you coming to the park? Why are you coming to the park and attacking us? Like all these guys do at the park is attack Christianity all day. That's what they do. That's what they do. Soon as someone challenges or questions them, oh, we're victims. We're victims. Why are we such victims all the time? It's pathetic.
He had the Adam. We call.
Let's see. Where's Avery? Is Avery there?
Right?
Right, but Moses is a baby. He grew up in Egypt.
Yeah, but he's not an Egyptian.
Yeah, but he spoke their language.
No. So if you're talking about Moses being of the people of his nation, he only sends a messenger to the people of his nation. Egypt is not his nation. There would have to be a prophet in Egypt that God is revealing things to that is getting his revelation.
So anyway, this guy, they talk a little bit about that. Then they talk, at some point they talk about the miracle of iron and, hey, it says God sent down iron. And Avery pointed out that people back then, he points to the Egyptians, there were others, but they called iron metal from heaven back then. They all called it some version of metal from heaven because the original source of iron, now you can get iron ore and do smelting and stuff and get it out of the ground. Back then, they got it from meteorites. So you saw a rock fall out of the sky. Oh, it's made of really good metal for making weapons and stuff. So they called it metal from the sky. And so even if that's what the Quran was saying, that it actually came down from the sky, that was common knowledge back then. But that's not even what the Quran is saying. When it says Allah sent down, it means that Allah provided. It says Allah sent down cattle. So did cattle come from outer space? Space cattle. Anyway, then this other guy just starts whining about everything and totally making things up. A compulsive liar. So GodLogic starts bringing up passages of the Quran that confirm the Bible and so on. And one guy just starts lying. No, that was during the time of Moses. Complete nonsense. But let's watch a little clip of that, and then we'll check out. Watch a little of this, see what happens.
But this is important.
Is this verse in the Quran or in the Torah?
This is the Quran.
We're having a good conversation.
Okay, so
He's
when
learning.
is revealed?
This is knowledge. This is for everyone to learn.
Muhammad saying. That's Muhammad Isai.
And there's a woman there complaining that these guys came here and are disagreeing with Islam when that's all they do at the park is attack Christianity.
That's right. We sure did. He's running from us. He's a coward. Yes. But
yeah, they bring up, why aren't you going on Sheikh Uthman's stream? What a bunch of cowards.
This guy has enough courage to actually have the conversation.
He's more brave than Uthman. Uthman is running. He's standing and talking.
Yes.
I don't care.
We're gonna do it to you next.
Huh? Why?
What does it matter?
Because he posts pictures and videos of our brother over here and lying about Christianity. That's why. You know, if he wasn't like that, we would not have done that.
I'm just saying that the Quran has.
It's very Christian of us. Yes. It's
You hear that? It's not very Christian of you.
very Christian.
I love it when Muslims define Christianity as whatever they want us to be, namely dhimmis.
We handle people. We expose Islam. Yes, it is. Jesus.
You hear this? You believe Jesus died for people's sins, and yet you're criticizing Islam.
Jesus said to expose the liar.
So it's fine for you guys as a Muslim to lie, but not fine for us to show you reveal your lies.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Act like you? No. Notice how you're talking. Look, sister. Let's. You see what you're doing? Nobody. Who said we're better than Muslims? Who said we're better than Muslims?
You're not supposed to act like Muslims.
Sister.
Come on.
Do you hear that? Well, you're acting like you're better than us. You're acting like you're better than us. Your book literally says Christians and Jews are the worst of creatures and Muslims are the best of peoples ever raised up for mankind. And you're whining about, and what are they doing to say that they're better? They're refuting lies. Anyway, let's fast forward a little bit. Just watch how these guys will just make stuff up. So Avery brought up Surah 2 verse 85 of the Quran, where Allah says, talking to the Jews of Medina who were fighting on opposite sides of a battle between two Arab tribes and so on. And the Quran condemns them for fighting against their fellow Jews so they're following parts of the Torah, not following other parts of the Torah. And this guy just makes up and he says, no, this is Moses talking to people. There's not one word about this being from Moses. And we know exactly what it's about, but he just lies to kind of avoid the Islamic dilemma. Watch a couple seconds of that and then we'll check out the Dawah booth.
The Torah is more upholding over Muhammad, because here in saying وَكَيْفَ يُحَكِّمُونَكَ وَعِنْدَهُمْ التَّوْرَاةُ فِيهَا حُكْمَ اللَّهِ. So how come they make you judge among them, O Muhammad? How come the Jews make you judge among them and they have the Torah, they have a God judgment in it?
They have it, the laws are correct, they can judge,
you
but
see,
the
you
rest
see?
is corrupted.
So even in Muhammad's time, Allah's saying that the Torah is still good and has Allah's judgment in it.
Not all of Torah.
It just said, why do they come to you for judgment when they have the Torah in which Allah's judgment is in?
The laws are correct, they can judge, the rest
Right?
is corrupted.
You hear that?
It's
So,
You hear that?
so
What?
You hear that? The laws are correct. The rest is corrupted. That's what the guy says.
Yeah.
The laws are. No, the laws are correct. The rest is corrupted. That's what he says. How in the world does that make sense? If we go through the laws, Torah, they would be very, very much in contradiction with Islam as well.
Yep. And yeah, so it's the law under the Mosaic law, you couldn't eat camel or rabbit. Muhammad ate both camel and rabbit. So if the laws are correct, then Islam is wrong, right?
Well, except that part, except for that.
Yeah. And by the way, they went to 543 because when they quoted 285 to him, he said, no, that's just talking about during the time of Moses. And so they went to 543 specifically to show, no, this is about Muhammad. This is about Muhammad. But he's gonna say it again here that they were only talking about the time of Moses.
if the Torah is still good for judgment, so is Allah saying that you can judge from a corrupted book?
There are no claims in the Quran that the Torah or the Injil have not been corrupted.
You're looking at it right here. The Quran says it confirms it.
No, it says for judging. For judging
It is not saying that the entire Torah is not.
Look, this is what we need, brother. What we need is this, okay? I gave you an explicit verse where Allah says, wait, let me finish so you can hear me out, okay? I gave you an explicit verse where Allah says that you're not allowed to believe in part of the scripture and reject other parts of the scripture.
That's time of Moses.
I also
Do you hear him? Do you hear him? Avery says, I showed you a verse that says you're not allowed to just believe in parts. You have to believe in all of it. He says, that's just during the time of Moses. No, it's not. No, it's not. And guys, I was about to say some of you who have some degree of integrity, just tell them to pull up any commentary. This is about the 3 Jewish tribes in Medina. Yes. And Allah's criticizing them and saying, hey, you're breaking the law by fighting against your own people. You're breaking the law. Then you ransom your own people, so you're following that part. So do you only believe in part and you don't believe in other parts of the Torah? What is the recompense of those who do so? But disgrace in the life of this world, and on the day of resurrection they shall be consigned to the most severe punishment. He says he will send you to hell if you only believe in parts of the book and not other parts. And this guy says, no, it's the time of Moses. It's a complete lie. He's just flat out lying. And no Muslim would have a problem with just lying about the Quran. Why is that relevant that they will lie about the Quran? Because that's what the Quran condemns Jews and Christians for doing. It doesn't criticize our books. It condemns us for not following our books and for misrepresenting our books and for lying about our books. That's exactly what this guy's doing right here. And they don't care. Anyway, Allah says he'll send you to hell for it, and you don't care. Interesting.
we also gave you a
That's
verse
not Moses.
that.
Listen,
Hold on, listen. Let me
are-
land.
listen, what-
Please let me land.
No, because this whole thing.
You're not letting me, brother.
this whole
Let me get
thread-
this
you're
out.
all-
This is important.
No, because
I'm gonna
the
listen to you.
assumptions that you're saying
I'm gonna listen
are
to you.
incorrect. Your assumptions
I
are
get you.
incorrect.
Tell me how it's incorrect when I finish, okay?
You're just
Trust me.
repeating the same thing
No,
over.
I'm not. I'm laying it out for you.
You're not laying shit out.
So okay, so
Ooh.
you're getting frustrated. I understand. But
Very
if the
angry.
Quran says one thing, says you're not allowed to believe in part of the scripture
That's talking
and
about
reject
Moses.
other
What? Who's this dude with the umbrella, man? You Mary Poppins, man? We got the Muslim Mary Poppins flying in.
parts of the
That's talking
scripture.
about Moses.
And then the
There
scripture
are-
also says that you that why do they come to you for judgment when they have the Torah in
For
which Allah's
judging-
judgment is
for
in?
judging, they can use
So
it.
Allah's already
The rest is
saying that the
corrupted.
Torah they have is true.
He
Part
just
of-
said it again. For judging, they can use it. The rest is corrupted. What an idiot.
Okay?
So they
It's not what
conveniently,
it's saying.
so they kept the law, right? The
Mhm.
law, which is important. The law is the important part. That is what Allah decrees upon them, and they kept that part completely, accurately, but they corrupted the rest. The rest that is not relevant to the law. So they corrupted the the history, some of the descriptions, some of the,
Why would they
whatever
do
it
that?
is. First of all, why would they do that? Secondly, doesn't that then mean that there is no problem with following the laws and the morals of the Old Testament as it is,
Mhm.
or with the Torah as it is, as it stands? Why in the world do they need the Quran? That's the point.
Yep.
Okay.
Judging
So then
for
one
the
more,
laws,
one more,
for
no,
judging,
not
they
to
can judge.
94.
The rest is
One more
corrupted.
verse. Go to
Listen,
chapter. Stay in chapter 2.
Listen,
Stay in
all
chapter
of your-
2. Go to 41.
Chapter 241.
Watch. I'm gonna show you, and then you're gonna have to give me what you're saying.
Many parts of the Quran are not referring to the Prophet Muhammad himself. They are
It's literally
stories.
referring to Muhammad.
It's not. See right there, that's how you know that your understanding of the Quran is incorrect.
This guy's a complete moron. I mean, Avery could have started a verse earlier, which specifically says this is what Muhammad is saying to the children of Israel here. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You still haven't shown me how.
There are plenty of
Everything you're saying,
stories.
you haven't brought any.
You haven't given me
plenty
the
of
verse.
stories that are completely not related to the Prophet Muhammad
I agree.
himself.
Okay,
I
so
agree.
let's
So, for
see.
example, you're taking your verse out of context and you're saying that, oh, this was given to the Prophet.
How am I taking a
That's not
verse?
what
You
you-
haven't demonstrated I'm taking a verse out of
No,
context.
your
You're just
whole-
saying
Your
it.
your whole assumption here
Is
that all of these verses are commands from God to the Prophet. That's not what they are.
no, I agree. Some of these are commands to the
For
people.
example,
Wait, hold on.
if there's a verse
Some of
in
these are
there
commands.
that is giving
Notice
a
how you're cutting
story.
me off when you just.
guys, in case because you didn't watch all of this, but the idea here is these guys are saying Torah's been corrupted. Avery's pointing to verses in the Quran which say it hasn't been corrupted, and Jews still have to judge by the Torah. And they're saying, no, that's just talking about a different time. You're misrepresenting the Quran and saying that this is about Muhammad's time and things Muhammad is doing, and saying every single thing they're quoting is something Muhammad is saying about the people of the book. Like something Muhammad is supposed to be saying from Allah about and to the people of the book. They're saying, no, it's just a different time. So just this happens over and over again. They don't know what they're talking about, or they're lying. They completely misrepresent things. The Christian is telling the truth and they're rejecting it, and thus rejecting their own book and their own prophet and their own God. And they do not care. It's all about loyalty to their sheikhs and imams and Dawah clowns. No concern
So
for Allah.
I want to read the context here of Surah 5, verse 41 to 43, because this Muslim here comes and accuses Avery, GodLogic, of taking it out of context and misrepresenting the Quran with his misunderstandings by making it look like this is directed at Muhammad. So let's fact check that here for a second. It is chapter 5, verse 43, right? The context starts at chapter 5, verse 41. I will now read literally how it starts.
Go back one more. Go to 40.
Do you not know that to Allah belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth? He punishes whom he wills and forgives whom he wills, and Allah is over all things competent. O messenger.
What messenger? No, this is a different messenger. This is not. Okay, where does it say it's talking to a different messenger? Where are you getting that from? Sorry, go ahead.
O messenger, Ya Rasul. Let them not grieve you who hasten into disbelief, or those who say we believe with their mouths, but their hearts believe not. And from among the Jews, of avid listeners to falsehood, listening to another people who have come to you. who have not come to you. Sorry, they distort words beyond their places, saying, "If you are given this, take it; but if you are not given it, then beware." But he for whom Allah intends fitna, never will you possess power to do for him a thing against Allah. Those are the ones for whom Allah does not intend to purify their hearts. For them in this world is disgrace, and for them in the hereafter is a great punishment. They are avid listeners to falsehood, devourers of what is unlawful. So if they come to you, judge between them or turn away from them. In fact, when you read most translations, they will add here, when they come to you, in solid brackets, O Muhammad or O Prophet, to give the context, because that is clearly what it is about in the context. But if you only read this verse alone without the context, you might not realize it. So because it is quite clear that this is addressed to Muhammad, translators usually add it to this verse as well. Judge between them or turn away from them. And if you turn away from them, never will they harm you at all. And if you judge between them with justice. Indeed, Allah loves those who act justly. And now comes the notorious verse 43. But how is it that they come to you for judgment while they have the Torah, in which is the judgment of Allah? Then they turn away after that, but those are not believers. So
hang on. No, okay. You're in Surah 5. If I thought you were going to Surah 2 when you said you were going to start at verse 41. When you said you're going to start at verse 41, I thought you were because they were talking about both Surah 5 verse 43, which you're reading now, and Surah 2 verse 41. So right after this, go to that's the one I was talking about. When I heard you say verse 41, I said start a verse before. I was talking about Surah 2. But yeah, go ahead and finish. Just wanted to point that out.
Well, that's it. That's the end of it. So 43, that's the end of it. So it is very, 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 very clear that within this context, the entirety of this, including verse 43, is directly addressed at Muhammad. Mm-hmm. It is directly addressing Muhammad. It says, "O Messenger, O Muhammad, why do they come to you when they have the Torah in which there is Allah's judgment?" So it's clearly addressed at Muhammad. But this Muslim here comes in a very pompous way. He's like, you see, you're taking it out of context, and this just shows that you have a misunderstanding of the Quran. No, he doesn't. GodLogic is representing it accurately. The other guy is lying, or he doesn't know, because that's what Muslims do very frequently. They want to defend the Quran, and they do it with ignorance or with dishonesty.
And that's pretty standard. So matter of fact, let me just go ahead and show everyone real quick. Show everyone real quick. So this is Surah 5, verse 42. Oops, way too big here. And, all right. Surah 2. Yeah. Okay, Surah 2. Come on, man. There we go. Surah 2, starting at verse 40. O children of Israel, call to mind my favor, which I bestowed on you, and be faithful to your covenant with me. I will fulfill my covenant with you, and of me alone should you be afraid. And believe in what I have revealed. What's that? This is one of the verses telling the Jews, the children of Israel, to believe in the Quran. And believe in what I have revealed, verifying that which is with you. So this would be weird if they're saying this is Moses, because it would be Moses delivering them a revelation and saying, hey, believe in what I revealed, verifying what you already have. What do you mean verifying what we already have? You're the one bringing the revelation. No, this is Muhammad. This is Muhammad receiving a revelation telling the Jews that they should believe in the Quran because it verifies what they already have, right? And so that's this entire a ton of Surah 2. So here's a verse right here. This is Surah 2, verse 85. This is about the Jewish tribes of Medina. Look there in the middle there, towards the end of the line in the middle there. It says, do you then believe in a part of the book and disbelieve in the other? What is the reward of such among you as do this, but disgrace in the life of this world? And on the day of resurrection, they shall be sent to the most grievous chastisement, and so on. And here, 289, I guess they think this is about the time of Moses as well. And when there came to them a book from Allah, verifying that which they have, and aforetime they used to pray for victory against those who disbelieve, but when there came to them a prophet, who? You saying this is Moses? It's saying it verified the book that they already have. Anyway, You go down to 101. And when there came to them an apostle from Allah, verifying that which they have, a party of those who were given the book through the book of Allah behind their backs as if they knew nothing. So, these guys they either have no clue what they're talking about, they're just flat out lying, and you just can't tell in these situations because they usually have no clue what they're talking about, and they'll usually make stuff up, and they don't realize that's exactly what the Quran condemns Jews and Christians for doing with their book, and Allah says he'll send us to hell for doing that with our books, and then they do it with the Quran over and over again.
Muslims never lie.
That's right, they don't. All right.
Because I wasn't done.
But you just took a long pause.
All right, so this continues for a little while. Then GodLogic says he's going to head over to the booth.
Let's go see if we can find Ibn Footnote. Uthman, we're looking for you. We're trying to find you, Uthman. We're in San Diego. We're live at Balboa Park.
Uthman!
We're live.
Come out to play!
Come on. Let's go have some good time.
There we go.
Matter of fact, actually. Can't forget my reminder.
Oh yeah, he grabbed his Bible. So here.
For like 3 hours.
That's fine. I've told him I was be here in San Diego. I was here yesterday. I'm here today. So I know he's here. I know he's in town. So
He's not in town.
he's not in town. So
You hear these guys? He's not in town. He's not in town. What are you talking about? He was on his live last night.
Where was he streaming from?
No, he wasn't streaming from here.
He's streaming from here. He's home.
No.
He said because he said that he would not be flying on the 17th. He said he'd be back. So that's why he was able to stream. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So
We can't help you with that. You want to talk
So
to him?
you have
I can't find. I don't have his number. I
have his number.
I have his number.
You have
You can I give you my phone to see where my I don't have Uthman's number. How do you know? Whose number do you think I have, Michelle?
You have somebody's number that was in the stream yesterday.
Whose?
You don't have nobody's number that
Who was in the? I didn't watch the stream. Who was there?
You don't know who was there in the stream?
No.
This guy seriously thinks we sit around watching these streams. I didn't watch any of it. I was live. I was live during the stream, and he thinks everyone's watching. We're all watching. Oh no, we're watching, but we're so scared.
Whose number do you think I have?
And they always assume, because they always lie, they assume other people always lie. And when he's saying, what? I don't have Sheikh Uthman's number. Yes, you do, liar, you have it. No, I don't.
Have Mark's number?
Who's Mark?
You don't know who Mark is?
No. Who's Mark?
Marcus. You don't know who Marcus is?
No, not ringing a bell.
You have Marcus's number. Who is Marcus? But you have his number.
You know who Marcus is. You have his number.
Yes, you're his best friend. We know.
Who's Marcus? It's
Libiano,
Marcus.
yeah. I don't have Libiano's number.
You can't contact him on TikTok?
Hey, there's a psychologist.
I don't have any contact with Libiano. Why would I have contact with Libiano? It's Uthman. Oh, come on, you're doing that again,
He
bro.
didn't have the time. He had to go.
You're doing that again.
He didn't have time. He had to go.
Unfortunately for him, the Quran says to speak with the people of the book in a good manner. But he's saying don't speak to the people of the book. So unfortunately, they're getting annoyed. Now, unfortunately, they're lying. They're getting emotional. And for some reason, they're getting it. The Quran says to speak to the people of the book in a good manner. Now,
Isn't this amazing? Like the moment GodLogic shows up, all they want to do is derail it and send him away. No. You have to go away. You're being bad. And it's a psychologist and then a non-hijabi Muslim woman who, you're being evil. You're being evil. By what? The Quran tells you to speak to the people of the book. What are you doing here? No. Guys, Dawah has become like a completely cowardly methodology. The Dawah script, they know it doesn't work on anyone who knows the Dawah script. They only want to interact with completely ignorant people. If a person who knows absolutely nothing about Islam showed up, they would want it broadcast all over the world. GodLogic shows up, everyone wants to derail the discussion instantly. It's pathetic.
And that shows what? It shows that they are insecure in their positions and their beliefs and their argumentations and their da'wah.
Yep. Yeah, look at it. He's completely outnumbered, guys. He's completely outnumbered. You got the people who are at the Dawah booth there. You had the people who were following him from where he was speaking before. Like, You've got a chance to take down GodLogic, and he has a ton of people watching. What do you want to do? Shut it down. Are these people who are actually confident in their arguments? They think they have good arguments? No. These are people, all of them, who know their arguments suck and cannot stand up to the slightest bit of scrutiny. And they know their arguments only work in an atmosphere of ignorance. And so their entire goal is to only interact with people who know nothing about Islam. Complete cowardice. Complete cowardice. These are not confident people who think they got the truth.
The explanation that they will give you when you address that is that, oh no, we don't talk to them because they're troublemakers, because they're just here to make trouble. They're just here to object, and all that. It's what they're basically saying is that if that was the case, if the case was simply that that somebody like Avery or somebody who is a critic of Islam, who does it regularly, right? If people like these were just troublemakers and that was the problem, these Muslims would very, very easily use that opportunity to put that troublemaker in his place and to give a brilliant demonstration of how
humiliate him in front of all his fans.
Is foolproof, is solid, is fantastic, and these guys can say nothing against Islam. But they know that when somebody comes who knows something about Islam, they know that this person will make it difficult for them to preach Islam. He will make it difficult for them to simply preach to the stupid, to the ignorant, to those who don't know anything. Nobody is supposed to ask questions. It doesn't really work. It doesn't fit the program. So they don't want it. They want to dismiss any person who knows something and objects to Islam. They want the ignorant ones.
So this is all pathetic, guys, but this is not judgment and punishment worthy. But we're going to get very soon to some things that are judgment and punishment worthy. And that's why we'll have a little court session here shortly where sentences will be imposed against the Quran. But watch what happens when this guy, why didn't you go on Sheikh Uthman's stream? Watch this.
Instead of doing that, we got emotionalism, we got victim mode, we got all of this. Say that again.
I said you could have went on to the stream.
Okay.
And you could have talked and did whatever you want to do, right?
Why would I go on the stream when I can meet him in person and he said that he would debate in person?
I am not his agent or manager.
Yeah, so if we have an agreement to meet in person, why would I go on the stream?
Talk to him. Why are you talking to me? Why are you coming to the booth?
Because this is his booth.
No, I think you could have went and found a way to be there yesterday.
Why you're not listening, Michelle. If he agreed to talk to me in person, why would I go on a stream when that's not what we agreed to?
I'm not your arbiter.
Exactly.
I am not his legal representative.
But would you agree that
to make a clip?
Would you agree that he's being dishonest?
Benefit you?
It's everyone's enjoying this. Trust me.
I know they're enjoying it.
They're enjoying it.
It's not going to benefit you, right?
It is. It's showing that one, Sheikh Uthman is a coward. He's nowhere to be found.
No.
We're in his city.
You're going to sit here and just try and talk about someone behind their back? I'm not.
What do you mean behind their back? It's on a stream.
I know.
Let me do it this way. Uthman.
Look, he said, you're talking about him behind his back. Look, Avery's like, okay, let me address the camera directly.
I don't care.
You're a coward. You're a coward.
Right.
You won't show up. You haven't been here since we destroyed you, and there's a reason why you won't come debate us.
Say whatever you want to say. You can go say it anywhere else.
I want to say it in front of his right here. Say it right here, because this is his establishment.
This is an organization
ran by Uthman, right?
That he is a volunteer of.
Volunteer?
He's just
It
a
is not
volunteer.
his organization.
Is he a leader?
He isn't on the list of leaders. He isn't someone that is legally bound to it. He's a volunteer.
So to be clear, you're saying
he is a volunteer. Everyone here is a volunteer.
Who's the face of One Message Foundation, Michelle? Be honest.
So who the face of it is, who's doing what behind the scenes.
Yeah.
There's many people doing stuff
Who's
behind
the
scenes.
face?
But right now, all you need to do is when there is a chance, because there was a chance.
This seriously, I mean, Sheikh Uthman's channel, One Message Foundation, he's the face. I don't know anyone else from One Message Foundation. This guy's acting like, oh, he's just, he's some distant connection. Come on. And this is all
Sheikh Uthman? Never heard of her.
Who? Yeah, who's that? We've never heard of such a person.
Yesterday,
Who's
and there
the-
was
who's the
a
face,
chance
brother?
before. Instead of joining, you claimed to be sick. And you
What do you
sat
mean?
on a
I was not
stream
sick yesterday. What are you talking
with
about?
someone. No, last time, not yesterday.
Me being sick had nothing to do with being on the
You sat
joining
on
the
a
stream.
while people on your stream.
So notice how you.
Guys, do you notice they, like, every single time they make something up? Oh, but you have Marcus's phone. Who's Marcus? No, you have Sheikh Uthman. No, I don't. Yes, you do. No, I don't. Yes, you do. No, I don't. What the heck are you talking about? And now it's, oh, you said you were sick. That's why. What are you talking about? It's pathetic, man.
trying to
asking why
defend
you
Uthman
didn't-
right now, but you're not his arbitrator,
why
right?
you did not join that. You instead.
You want to know why I didn't join it?
You instead wanted to sit with David Wood.
Yeah, you want to know why I didn't
while
join it?
he ate a page of the Quran.
You want to know why I didn't join it?
That's it.
You want to know why? I'll tell you
You
why.
said you were
It
sick.
had nothing to do with me being sick. Why I didn't join the stream the first time, Michelle,
Like I
is
said,
because, let me tell you,
I am not
I
the
just
arbiter.
listened to you. But you're
I am not
defending
the
him right now.
arbiter.
But you're defending him.
Because you're speaking ill about a Muslim
Okay,
behind their back.
so let me say it.
Regardless of that Muslim being big.
He's
or
speaking
small,
truthfully
my friend
about
or
a
not.
lying
Now listen to me,
coward.
bro.
You're just
You just
talking. I don't want to listen.
I know you don't. So let me just say it.
No.
So Michelle, the reason why I didn't join the stream is because Uthman agreed to fly me. We didn't ask. He hit Nick up and asked for me and him
So you
and said that he will pay us, pay for our expenses, fly us out, and debate in person. So why would I join a stream when he changes the stipulations, when he promised that he would pay for me to fly out to debate in person? So guess what I did? I said, you know what? I won't join a stream. What I'll do is I'll come from Vegas. I'll drive 5 hours. I'll come to San Diego where I know his booth is and say, where you at, Uthman? So where is he?
Yo,
That's why I didn't
Uthman,
join.
where you at?
Y'all got that? Y'all got that? His fans still think everyone's running from him. Avery is literally traveling around the country trying to find him, to make him go through with his agreement to debate in person. He won't do it. What he does is he'll say, hey, I challenge you two to a debate. And then the two, in this case, Avery and Nick, both say, okay, we agree. Let's do it. And then he says, no, I take it back. I take it back. We're not doing that. And what he'll do is he'll challenge you, and if you accept, then he changes to something else, and then he'll challenge you on that, and then you accept, and then he changes that. And eventually just, look, dude, you obviously aren't serious, and you don't want to debate. I'm not interested. And then he says, you're running from me, see? It's pathetic. It's pathetic, and his idiot fans are too stupid to know what's going on. Dawah is one giant joke, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, they start talking about Jesus. He starts asking him about Jesus. You know, they're claiming that Jesus was a Muslim here and so on. Let's go ahead and check a little bit of this out.
Online, and you came to talk to.
What do you
people
mean
at the
left?
park?
What do you mean left? The people that
You left Libiano.
I already destroyed him twice. Even even Jake, metaphysician, says I destroyed him.
Guys, do you hear this? It's like, oh, you're running from Libiano. I destroyed Libiano. Even Jake, the Muslim metaphysician, says I destroyed it. What are you even talking about? What are you talking about? They just develop all these myths because all they do is lie to each other. They don't actually pay attention to what's really going on. They just listen to each other's lies, and then when they actually talk to someone, it's all you get is nothing but made up nonsense. This is Dawah, guys. This is Dawah.
Every single person that has a following online
Destroyed them
to
all.
come to talk to
Destroyed them all.
nobodies because
You're not a nobody to
followings.
me.
We don't have followings.
Michelle, it's
Nobody
not
knows
about
who
you having
you're
a
talking
following.
to.
It doesn't matter to
You're
me.
doing that, right?
Uh-huh.
Because you're starved for content that much.
I'm starved. How many are watching now?
They were on for 3 hours.
So almost 5,000 people. I'm starving for knowledge. I'm starving for content, guys. I'm starving.
That's the point. You could have had more if that's your objective, right? You could have done it last night. 3 hours they were online.
So why
So
didn't
in
they
3
come? Why didn't they
hours-
come here?
3 hours.
Why didn't they
You
come
weren't
here?
there.
Yeah, you're right. Because I'm here in person.
So
Why won't he come in person?
So right now,
Why won't he come in person?
Sheikh Uthman is traveling.
Where?
He's across the country.
No, he's not. He's right here in Cali. He
He's
said
not in
that we
California.
well, look. This is how we know because
I know for a fact,
IP.
I know for a fact he's not
Where
in
is he?
California. He's traveling. He's not
See, no. He's right here. He was at his crib streaming for 3 hours. And so when I told him, I'm going to be out here on the 17th. Radio silent.
You were invited to his crib, right?
No, I wasn't invited to his house.
You was never invited to his house.
No.
Okay.
No.
So
You hear this again? Oh, yeah, you were invited. No, I wasn't.
in his crib, right? But not the crib that was here.
What do you mean not the crib that was here?
He was here. He was
there in San Diego.
He wasn't here. He was at his home, but he has multiple
In San
homes.
Diego, right?
Did you hear that, AP? He was at his home, but one of his other homes. He has multiple homes. Must be nice. Must be nice. Sheikh Uthman has multiple homes. He has homes all over the place. So when he says he's home, he doesn't mean San Diego. That's just one of his homes.
No, not in San
One
Diego.
of
So
his
you're
main
telling me
homes.
that
I am
last
a
night he
Muslim,
was
and
not
I
here in
don't
San
lie.
Diego?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Man,
last
you've
night,
lied to me so many times, bro.
I've never lied to you once.
Yes, you have.
I've never lied to you once.
You told me that I take things out of context. That's a lie.
No, it's not a lie, Avery.
It is. If you're saying that I take things out of context and you can't provide me how I do that, you're slandering me. That's a lie, bro.
So you've taken stuff multiple times on a context.
Give me one.
But I'm not going to sit here and debate with you over
Look,
it, right?
look, if you
ask me why this is written here,
if you-
I told you because it's from the Quran.
If you tell me,
Did
if you-
Jesus submit
if-
himself
if you-
to God?
if you
Did
ta-
Jesus
if-
submit himself to the Father according to your belief?
Yes.
Did you just hear what he said? Did Jesus submit himself to the Father? And he's going to say, therefore he's a Muslim. He submitted to the Father.
Yes.
Being a submitter is someone who is a Muslim.
Really?
We as Muslims believe.
You submit to the Father, you're a Muslim, guys. Jesus submitted to the Father. You're a Muslim. Why is this relevant? The Quran says Allah's a father to no one, and if you even call Allah a father, say he has a son, the universe is ready to fall apart. And he's citing Christian belief that God is the Father and that Jesus spoke to his Father as evidence that he's a Muslim. Guys, according to Islam, calling Allah Father is the worst possible sin. That's shirk. That's shirk. If you say Allah has a son, that is shirk. That is the unforgivable sin. And he's saying Jesus is a devout Muslim. Why? Because he apparently committed shirk? The worst sin imaginable?
That all of the prophets of Allah came with the same commandments from that same creator.
I got you.
Right? Commandments to their people. And
Nice.
those people that followed their prophet at their time were always called Muslim. Even the Jews, even the people of Noah, even the people of Abraham. And
By the
you
way,
know this because we've had multiple conversations.
If you submit your documents to the court, then you're a Muslim.
Yes, you submit. See, you submit. Islam means one who submits. So if you submit documents to the court, you see, you are a Muslim.
Oh, this is the proof.
Yeah, you guys can, we'll watch another few seconds, but there's other stuff we want to get to. But yeah, the idea, this entire discussion, no, Muslim is just someone who submits to God. And Avery gets to the point where he's like, okay, if you submit to a rock and call that your God, are you really submitting? No, not that. And then he eventually what about Ahmadis? Are they Muslims? No, they're not Muslims. They're not Muslims. Even though they believe in all 5 pillars of Islam, they practice all 5 pillars of Islam, they believe in all 6 articles of faith and so on. No, they're not Muslims. They're not Muslims. But if you call God your father, somehow it doesn't matter. You can do it. You say whatever you want. You could be the son. He could be the father. That's all fine. You're a devout Muslim. But if you're off on something in Islam, no, you're not a Muslim. This is amazing stuff.
My words that I'm telling you, verbatim, I've repeated to you. And you're acting now as if there's something new.
This is actually the first time we've talked about this subject.
No, it's not actually.
Okay.
No, we've talked multiple
I'm going to show you how fresh this is because what you said.
3 years ago I talked to you.
Not about this?
Yeah, exactly about this.
No, we didn't, bro. Yeah. So look, what you said.
That's like basic.
But let me talk about what I understand.
Reverberate.
I understand. This is what you believe, right? Now you said to be a Muslim is a submitter, and that's it, right? And so therefore, because they Jesus submits to the Father.
At the time of their prophets.
I got you. Yeah. So
submits to the Father.
My question would be this. Does it matter who or what they're submitting to?
Just Allah.
Right? Can they submit to something that is a idol or a statue and still be a Muslim?
No.
Right. So they have to submit to the correct view of the true God, would you say?
Based on what Allah sends to each prophet at their time.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So even the Hindus today, they follow their scriptures, right? We don't affirm that what they have came from the Creator.
Gotcha.
But any goodness in it might be from a prophet that came to them at a certain time.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So when
that's
Jesus,
why even as Muslims, we don't go putting bad things on like their scriptures, the Hindu scriptures, eating them, burning them.
Okay,
right?
that's fine.
It is kind of funny because when there's something they flat out disagree with, what did Muhammad do? What did Muhammad do, everyone, with the idols of the Meccans once he conquered Mecca?
He destroyed them.
He destroyed their idols. He
stabbed them.
There was no respect for something he's not required to believe in. All these guys, if they have something that you don't believe in and you're like, I'll treat that like Muhammad treated, that needs to just be saying, I will treat your book, which I don't believe in, the same way Muhammad treated the idols of the Meccan polytheist that he did not believe in. And what are you going to do? You're going to condemn your prophet? That's how we're going to start doing it, guys. How we're going to start doing it. Anyway, so they say, no, you have to be submitted in the correct way, and they don't realize Christian theology. Guys, the Injil, the gospel that your God commands us to judge by, when we go to it, we find that the Father identifies Jesus as the divine Son at his baptism. The Holy Spirit identifies Jesus as the divine Son at his baptism. The angel Gabriel, when he was speaking to Mary, identified Jesus as the Son. John the Baptist, a prophet, according to Islam, identified Jesus as the Son. Jesus' apostles, who are devout Muslims, according to the Quran, identified Jesus as the divine Son of God. Over and over again, the Roman soldiers at his crucifixion identified him as the Son. Even demons, when Jesus was casting them out, would say, "We know who you are, the Son of God." Everyone who could possibly identify him as the Son of God identified him as the Son of God. Even the people who didn't believe he was the Son of God, the Jewish leaders who opposed him, their mockery of him, they said, he called himself the Son of God. Yeah. Let God save him. He called himself the Son of God. So everyone, you're talking Father,
everyone,
Jesus identified himself as the Son of God. So the Father identifies him as the Son of God. Jesus identifies himself as the Son of God. The Holy Spirit identifies him as the Son of God. The angel Gabriel identifies him as the Son of God. John the Baptist identifies him as the Son of God. His apostles identify him as the Son of God. Even the Roman soldiers identify him as the Son of God. Even demons, as he's casting them out, identify him as the Son of God. And even the people who didn't believe he's the Son of God admitted that he was calling himself the Son of God. And then 6 centuries later, an illiterate caravan robber comes along and goes, "Well, how can God have a son when he don't got no wife? I don't get it." And Muslims, "Oh, alhamdulillah, such powerful arguments." Stupid, idiotic moron in the desert contradicts every actual witness. And Muslims go with the idiot every single time. And then we wonder why they go with people like Sheikh Uthman. Why? You're programmed to in your religion. You're programmed to go with the most ridiculous argument from the most ridiculous person. It's what Islam programs you to do.
You should be more respectful toward Islam, man.
I'll try. So guys, you can watch that this full discussion. It's good. It's basically the guy just saying, "No, here's what we believe. Here's what we believe. Here's what we believe." And GodLogic over and over and over again, "Give me evidence for that. Give me evidence for that. Give me evidence for that." And they never do. And he starts pointing out how circular they are. So we'll watch a little bit more here, and then we'll get to where some real action starts.
Okay.
We don't know their names.
We
agree that he had disciples.
How many did he have?
Up until the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
How many did he have?
Okay, yeah, this is funny. In this section, Avery's pointing out they don't know anything about Jesus from their book, right? Like, they're saying, "He fasted. Where? Show me that in your book." "He did this. Show me that in your book." To know about Jesus, you have to go to the Bible, which they're rejecting. Yeah. So it's dumb.
There were followers of Jesus
I got you.
destined to heaven.
How many?
That followed that pure monotheistic.
No worries. How many?
Not 3 in 1. One.
How many disciples did he have? How many disciples did he have?
We don't need to know that.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so here we are. Listen, this is why I'm gonna show you why this is important. Okay, you don't know where he was born. You don't know where he was from. You don't know if he fasted or not. You don't know if he taught to fast. You don't know how he prayed. You don't know who his disciples were. You don't even know how many disciples he had. From your no, you don't.
We do.
From your Quran and Hadith, this is the point. From your sources, you don't know anything about Jesus. But everything that you say,
everything that we know
let me
is
let
what
it.
we need to know today
Let me
and
land
authenticate
it. There's one time that you gave me an answer on how Jesus prayed. You said he prayed like us and he prostrated from the remnants that we find. And I asked you, where are these remnants? You said it's from your Bible, from the Old Testament and New Testament.
Because it's
so the only
and in the place where it says he prostrated, he calls God Father. And they say, "See, he's praying like us." According to your religion, he committed the worst, most unforgivable sin there is when he did that. And you're saying, "See, it's just like us." How do you guys do this? You literally, when you quote Jesus, you can't even finish a verse without contradicting Islam. And you're saying this proves that Islam is true. You guys this is a joke, man.
place that you could get information about Jesus is from the Bible. So you need the Bible for information on Jesus. So the Bible will tell us if he's a Muslim or not.
Let me tell you how it is.
Tell me.
Guys, you catching this? The Quran doesn't tell you about like Jesus' life and the things he's doing. It gives like very like minor details and stuff that are all taken from other sources and so on. But if you actually want to know how Jesus lived and so on, you have to go to the Bible. And so they're saying Jesus lived as a Muslim. Well, where would you go to find out how Jesus lived? The Quran doesn't tell you. So where are you getting this? You got to go to the Bible. And that's where you find out Islam does not line up with Christianity. And then they say, oh, it's been corrupted. This is sad, man. This is pathetic.
Now, our prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, said from your scriptures,
Sheikh Uthman,
not
where
to
you at,
say
man?
anything as a lie and not to accept it as absolute truth. So when he did
Wait,
something
say it
good,
again, say it again.
when he said,
Wait,
they
repeat.
heard it.
No, I need to hear it. I'm in.
All right.
This is good, guys. Yeah, this is an interesting little discussion here. That's why I wanted to include this. This guy actually just flat out lies about a hadith and saying Muhammad said, "Don't believe their scriptures," and Avery's just going to burn him up by going to what the actual hadith said, and it actually agrees with Avery, not with this guy.
So we don't accept everything as absolute truth.
From what?
Nor do we accept everything as a
From
lie
what?
unless it's a clear lie
From,
against what.
From what?
From the old scriptures.
No, that's a lie.
Wrong.
So, no,
It's not.
the hadith.
Liar.
No, Muhammad. No,
right
let me
now-
stop you right here.
Liar.
Michelle.
Right now-
Muhammad said,
Let me
"Do not
finish.
believe." When you
Let me
listen to
finish.
the people of the book,
لا
he's,
تصدقهم ولا تكذبهم.
he says, "Don't believe what they say, nor disbelieve what they say."
Yes.
But and watch this. This is going to be the killer. He says, "But say, we believe in what was given to us and what was given to you." So
Yes.
Muhammad said,
I
"Believe in their books."
Yes. No, he didn't say that. What was given to Isa,
Babe, give me your phone, please.
We believe in it.
We're gonna bring
What
this
was
up.
given to
What's the only thing we do, y'all?
We believe in it.
We just
What
read.
a
But
liar.
How do we
What a
know?
liar.
Allah says in the Quran that the Quran itself is something that you should
Brother, you tripping.
judge the
I'm
truth
gonna
of.
show you the
I'm
hadith.
not
Watch this.
tripping, actually.
You
I
are.
know
You
the
tripping.
hadith.
No, you don't, because
I know.
you just said that Muhammad said, "Don't believe in the books."
The Injil came to Isa.
That's not what that's not what he
Tawrat
says.
came to Moses.
That's not what he
Musa alayhi
says.
salam.
All right, we're gonna see.
But I don't believe the Bible are those things today.
That's cool.
That
That's
is
cute.
why I
And notice he keeps, I don't believe. We're not talking about what you believe. We're pointing out that what you believe is not what your God or your prophet said, and you don't care, which means it's not the religion of your God and prophet. You guys have invented some other thing that has no connection to your God and your prophet.
You have
It's
taken your
something that is-
apologists and scholars and yourselves as gods besides Allah. according to the
Absolutely.
Quran.
And guys, that is like really bad. You're saying, hey, we're listening to all these guys who tell us, and we don't care what Muhammad said. I mean, think about this. This guy says, Muhammad says only don't believe in all of their scripture. Avery said that's not what it says. It says we believe in your books. We don't believe what you guys are saying about your books because you're liars. Right? Why is that relevant? Because these guys are lying about their book. This is over and over again. They do the exact things that Allah says Jews and Christians are going to hell for doing, and they're doing it with their own book, and they don't care. And he did it right here. Watch.
good where a prophet is prostrating to his Lord in Islam. This is something that maybe, yes, Isa alayhi salam did without affirming it because it's not in my sources. This is what we have as truth. But does it matter? No, because Isa alayhi salam, Isa ibn Maryam, right? The Messiah, when he comes down and he kills the Antichrist, he's going to be a follower of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, praying in al-Masjid al-Aqsa, following what Muhammad came with alayhi salatu wasalam. And he's going to rule the earth as a king, but as a king that is a human, worshiping Allah alone.
This guy just, here's what I believe, here's what I believe, here's what I believe, here's what I believe. And Avery, okay, here's the hadith you lied about.
Nobody cares what you believe, man.
Yeah, I know. Here's what I believe. Here's what, I can say it, but it only works with ignorant people who don't point out that I'm lying.
All right. You ready?
I know the hadith.
You do?
Yeah.
So does the hadith, I'm going to give you a chance. Does the hadith say
And watch how he doesn't even want Avery to read it.
to reject their books, or does it say to
You
reject
have
what they
it
say?
in Arabic?
Yeah, I have it in Arabic.
Let me read it in Arabic.
Okay.
I'll read it for you.
I'll read it in English first.
I'll read it for you, and I will translate it in Arabic.
No, it's
How
right
about that?
here.
No, I think they like it.
Oh, you
I'll
you read,
do
can you read
Arabic.
it? Can you read
Yeah.
English first?
No, I'm going to read the Arabic.
But we
first.
got English speakers here.
Yeah.
Read
I'll
English
read
first.
the
I wanna hear it
Arabic
in
first.
English.
This guy speaks Arabic. He can verify if I'm
Yeah,
lying.
yeah.
So let
So
me
wait,
read
can
the
you
Arabic.
read the English first.
I'll read the Arabic, and I will translate verbatim what it
No,
says.
I'll read
Notice, Avery could have already read it twice, and this guy's still whining.
English, and then I'll give it to you.
Then you wanna take translation.
What? I'm gonna hand you the phone.
No. Let me read it in Arabic.
Hold on. This is
Let me read it in
Sahih
Arabic.
Bukhari.
No. I'll
Sahih
read it in
Bukhari
Arabic for you.
7362. I'm
You
gonna give
know
it to you.
how many
I do. I'm
Are
gonna
you
give it
sure?
to you in Arabic. If you don't read it, I'll give it to him. Okay. Sahih Bukhari 7362. Narrated Abu Huraira. There he is again. The people of the book used to read the Torah in Hebrew. Remember that brother said that they didn't have the Torah earlier today?
Used to read the Torah in Hebrew. Huh. Interesting. Weird, since they don't have it, according to these guys.
Oh, but they had the Torah reading it in Hebrew in Muhammad's time, right? Hey, that's crazy. The people of the book,
The Jews. Yeah.
the Jews, used to read the Torah in Hebrew and then explain it in Arabic to the Muslims.
They still have the Torah today. You know, you go to any synagogue, they have something that's called the Torah. It's
Oh,
not
that's
called the
beautiful.
Bible. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Allah's apostle said, do not believe the people of the book. Does he say don't believe the book or the people? People, right? Okay. Don't believe the people of the book, nor disbelieve them. But say, we believe in Allah and whatever is revealed to us, which is what?
Quran.
Okay. And whatever is revealed to you, which is what?
What was sent down to Isa and Moses.
Torah and gospel, right?
Yeah.
Guys, you catch that? It's the passage this guy quoted to say, we're told not to believe in all your scriptures. Avery quotes it. It says, don't believe the people of the book, but instead say, we believe in the revelation that came to us and the revelation that came to you. Okay, we believe in the revelation, not what you guys are saying. Why? If the Jews are reading it in Hebrew and telling Arabs what it says in Arabic, how do you know that the person who's speaking is actually telling you the truth about what's in the book? Well, Muhammad warns his followers, you don't know that what these people are telling you about their book is true or not. They could be lying. They could be making stuff up. They could be misinterpreting things. So when they're talking to you, don't affirm it and don't deny it, because you don't know. It's in a different language. So when they start telling you something, say, we believe in the revelation that we have and we believe in the revelation that you have. We believe in the revelation. We don't believe what you're saying about the revelation. That is exactly what GodLogic told him it says. And it's completely different from what he said. He said the passage is saying, don't believe everything in their scriptures. Total lie. Total lie. And these are the guys who keep saying that Avery's lying. He keeps being completely right every single time. Why?
So they're supposed to believe in the Quran and the Torah and gospel, but what they say, they take it with a grain of salt, right? Okay.
It specifically says, do not believe them.
Exactly. But
extrapolates onto you today.
And then explicitly says, believe the books, though, right?
No, it says to believe what was sent down to them.
So we believe in Allah and whatever is revealed to us, and whatever is revealed to you.
Yeah. And so think about this, guys. If hey, we believe in the revelation that came down to us and the revelation that came down to you. If believing the revelation that came down to you just means we'll pick and choose what we agree with and then say, okay, then why wouldn't that be the same with the Quran? If that's what it means to say you believe in the revelation that came to you, it means, oh, if you're talking about Torah and the gospel, we believe in the revelation that came to you. Okay, what's that mean? It means we'll just pick and choose whatever we like out of it. Oh, okay. Well, I can do that with the Quran then, right? Because we believe in this, we believe in that. What does it mean to believe in that? Oh, it means just pick and choose whatever you like, cherry pick. Oh, okay. Well, then that would mean the Quran too, right? Weird stuff.
Books. Okay.
The books, right?
Okay.
Right?
What was revealed to them?
What you already said the Torah and Injil, right?
Right.
Correct? Correct.
Was it changed or changed?
No, can you answer the question?
Yes.
Okay.
We believe what was sent down to Jesus was sent down to Jesus. Peace be upon him.
Now read the Arabic.
What was sent down to Isa.
And so look, now he's saying we believe what was sent down to Jesus. You catch that? Even the hadith that he completely lied about and destroyed, it doesn't say, but we believe in the revelation that came to Jesus. The revelation that came to you, talking to the people of the book, we believe the revelation that came to you, which means it accurately came down to you. This is just, guys, this is ridiculous at this point. Anyway, so this is some Islamic dilemma stuff. Anyway, guys, again, you can watch the full conversation here. Good little discussion. Then some bad actors get involved. See these other guys on the side? See these other guys coming in on the side here? Bad guys, bad guys. And my judgment will be fair, but swift. My judgment will be fair, but swift, guys. So take a couple super chats. Take the super chats we got here, and then we will watch these guys. And so these guys are going to start talking about me, complaining about me, and then they're going to be some harassing of Avery's wife. He's going to make a dude stop, and then these guys are going to call police like a bunch of absolute total cowards. Total cowards. And then we're going to have judgment, guys. We're going to have a little trial. We're going to have a little court session. And all penalties will be imposed on the Quran. So let's take these super chats. I have Zut baby oil for sale for the Dawah team. Yeah, they need it, especially the Warner, apparently. Zutlims need to chill with this whole Zabiba challenge and stop banging their head on the floor 5 times a day. The damage is showing. God bless you both. It would be interesting seeing, because, you know, we connect the stupidity to their ideology and to the 40 generations of first cousin marriage. But yeah, all that banging the head on the floor to get a good Zabiba to show off for the ladies may be taking its toll. AP pressed the winger turbo mode just now on time travel, and yet David just let it go. I did. Let us pray for the Kurds in Syria. Serious times. Yes, guys. Rough times for the Kurds. Eagerly waiting for Maloink to turn against Sheikh Uthman. It won't be long. Won't be long. Alexa, play Runnin' by The Far Side for Uthman. That's a good one. Uthman has his groupies convinced you guys running. I know. I'm laid back. I'm like, okay, there are a couple debate cons a year now. Pick one. James will gladly work around Sheikh Uthman's schedule. Sheikh Uthman will never do it. Avery's actually going around the country hunting for him, and they think we're the ones who are running. It is absolutely pathetic. All these guys seem to have a crush on Avery. Good luck to him. Yes, they do, especially Malik. It's obvious that Allah only made it appear as if Uthman was not there. Like Momo, the best of receivers, Allah most wise, most knowledgeable. That is one possible explanation. David Segura es el chivo. Goat. Is that the word for goat? Chivo. El chivo. That's a good one. It's metal that formed between the spine and ribs. Iron. Where in the world is Dawah, San Diego? I know, it's funny. It's funny that that's the saying, and it's people hunting for Uthman in San Diego. Ironic. Don't think Malik lived in the hood enough to really understand how predominantly black original blood culture and sets are in all areas. Crips is the only one he'd be in formally. 60 IQ activities. Yeah, no, it's a complete joke that this guy clearly has never absorbed any actual gang identity. It's a joke. He's on TikTok. He's what was called back in the day a perpetrator. He's a perpetrator. God bless y'all. D-Wood and AP, you guys are killing it. AP, side note, could you tell me when Fath al-Bari, volume 9, page 27, Rob Christian found it about child marriage, and I don't know if it was real or not. Yeah. Hey, Sean, why don't you come on when we're live with Jai and DOC, and they can actually look it up in the Arabic if you have a question, if you're talking about Fath al-Bari. Recite my chat, else you get Malik. I saw what you did there. No, this is a different messenger. It's Muhammad Segura. That's true. Sheikh was busy cleaning off his dress from the mess he made with the McMutta meals. Yeah, and maybe he hasn't cleaned off all the ketchup. Without lies, Islam dies. That's true. Someone should make a banging song out of that. Is Jesus preaching secularism in Matthew 22:21? You do have a division of church and state, in that you can have a dual allegiance. Your ultimate loyalty is to God, but you also have an obligation to human rulers and so on. David, here is an example of the hard-hitting topics at Winger's channel. Read in the appropriate voice. Deceased loved ones and necromancy. Is going to the cemetery and talking to loved ones necromancy? That sounds like some dork stuff over on Winger's channel. Uthman running is just jinn deception. You see? The jinns are tricking us. If any Dawah guys ask for a debate, not that the cowards ever would, you guys should say that you only debate those above F tier on Jake's list, like Mojab needed 500,000 subs. Let the blood boil. Yeah, we should say we're only willing to debate A and S tier, and those are the guys who will never debate. Hey guys, shout out to the Arabic speaking guy with Avery, Divine Dialogue 24. Give this brother some love and check him out. He's out there soldiering for Christ. No, it's actually cool because at the end, Avery told people to subscribe and got him a bunch of subscribers there. Hi, just came from IP Stream. Mike and Than directed us here. Smart move. I did see more people coming in, and I was guessing that's what it was from. Never skip leg day, Uthman. Yeah, gotta have those legs nice and strong for running. How can Allah have a son if he has no cousin? That's probably the most powerful point, and that's what the verse should have said. Do Muslims believe Jesus turned water into wine? If so, then why can't I drink beer? You got him there. David, the masked Muslim in back yelling about you is Ghost from CC Unit. He's a famous YouTube predator catcher. Irony is his prophet is Muhammad. Really? The masked Muslim in back? That guy? He starts yelling about me, man. That dude starts yelling about me. I'll look that up. Take the Quran and have a menstruating woman eating pork, hand it to Uthman. It will be completely contaminated to them. I think we can contaminate some Qurans ourselves. I'm probably late to the game, but recently came across Cyberpunk Dingo's channel, former Muslim quality content. Curious if you were familiar. Not at all, but I like the name. Jesus is quite literally the worst Muslim I have ever seen. Triune God, why do they want to claim our Messiah so bad? Because Muhammad did that. He just took everyone that was important and said, they're all Muslims, they're all Muslims. Even Alexander the Great, devout Muslim. Alexander the Great was as pagan as a pagan can possibly be. Oh, let's just call him a devout Muslim because people like him. Stupid. Jesus prostrated, but the father part is corrupted. Yeah, half the verse is corrupted and the other part's good. Question: what is faster than a speeding bullet? A. Sheikh Uthman after getting a debate request. Yeah, that's him. Malik summoned in his D&D buddies. The dwarf necromancer was so annoying. Yeah. Two more real quick. And did you see he gonna lie and said you admitted to being a PDF? They love to twist words. I watched that live. You did not say that. Of course I didn't. No, we'll get to that. They're about to say it. Last one here. Where in the world is Uthman Santiago? Good one. And D. Wood or AP, please challenge Junior to a debate about the 99 attributes or Tawheed. I know he'll take it. Lol. He probably will. You say what you want about Junior, he'll actually debate, unlike Sheikh Uthman. Junior will actually debate. We can't say that Junior is smart. We can't even say that he is above 80 IQ, but we can say he will debate. He actually does it.
Junior is literally the best Muslim debater out there. So
I know. It's kind of by default. If he's the only one who's willing to show up, then he's the best, because he's the only one willing to do it. It's like if you had a runner on a track and you said, okay, we're going to have a big race, and only one runner shows up. You've got to say, okay, he wins. He wins. All right, guys. So this is where things take a dark turn. So you've got, they were having a discussion here, and then you're going to have these other guys. See this guy in sunglasses here, and then the guy in the mask, and then there's another guy in a hoodie you can see there. And these guys want to derail everything and start talking about the Dizzle. And then there's another guy who starts harassing Christina, GodLogic's wife, and things take a dark turn. But judgment shall be enforced in this very live stream, ladies and gentlemen. In this very live stream, we will pronounce judgment on the Quran in this live stream. So let's check this out.
That's gonna be done.
It's been 5 minutes. Okay, Avery. The Muslims have. Oh, you got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds. My bad. Go ahead. 30 seconds. We good now?
Yeah, we're good. Thank you for the conversation,
Avery,
Michelle.
you know we get along. You know what I'm saying? You come around. You know, hey, look. Hold on, Avery, hold on.
I can never take him seriously.
No, don't worry, Avery. Look, you know we have a. You know you've been coming to the park a little bit. You know we've known you for a little bit. Question: Muslims have a little bit of question, right?
Muslims are you?
The Muslim community on TikTok, the Muslim Dawah community, right? Because you know, you come into San Diego and then, you know, we usually have a conversation. It's usually respectful. So we saw you on a live recently, or on a, you know, on YouTube recently, sitting with David Wood. David Wood has ripped up the Quran. He eats the Quran. So our question is, do you condemn David Wood for that action of ripping the Quran and eating it? Do you condemn him?
Yeah, Avery, do you condemn me or not? Isn't it amazing? These guys do nothing but lie. Everything they say about our religion is blasphemous, idiotic nonsense. We found out from Malik that these guys behind the Dawah scenes, Dawah After Dark, they're taking up Dawah donations. They're spending the donations on drugs. They're going to the clubs, even with trans women and so on at the clubs. They're taking ladies back to the hotel room. Not my words, guys. They're smashing hoes. That's what they're bragging about behind the scenes. They're running trains on girls. That's one Dawah dude after another on the same girl and so on. This is what's going on behind the scenes. They have a problem with any of that? No, but they demand respect for the book that compels them to act in these disgusting ways. And then they demand respect for that book. The book that calls us the worst of creatures. The book that calls them the best of peoples, even though they have the most disgusting behavior I've ever seen from any group in my life. But we're supposed to respect their book, just as Muhammad respected the idols of the polytheists that he smashed. Not the way these guys are smashing hoes, but he smashed their idols. But here we go.
Because,
what do you mean?
So the stance that I have is that if somebody is provoked, then you cannot complain or cry at their reaction.
In other words, someone says, hey, you do this, you cross this line, I'm going to do this to your book, and you cross the line. That's on you. You knew the rules.
Right? And so let me tell you the context of this.
I'm not asking about the provoking. I'm asking about taking it.
I know.
I'm asking about anybody that gets provoked in any manner. A Muslim could get provoked. And if a Muslim does that, we as Muslims would condemn a Muslim regardless for ripping up.
Not all of you.
Allow us to respond. For ripping up the Bible, a book that is held respectfully by people of Christianity. If he were to do that, we Muslims would condemn him.
Okay.
So
now notice what he just said. If a Muslim was ripping up the Bible, because that is held in respect by Christians, we would condemn a Muslim for ripping it up. Avery's going to point out, no, some of you would not, because some Muslims do rip up the Bible, and other Muslims cheer for them, and so on. So one, you'd say some Muslims would say don't do that. But is it just because Christians respect the book? No, it's because your God said he revealed the book. In other words, you're supposed to, even if you want to say corrupted, you're still supposed to believe in some of it, some verses. And therefore, if you were destroying it, even if you only believe parts of it are still the word of Allah, you're still destroying the word of Allah, right? So that's the reasoning there. Okay, take something that you don't believe is revealed by Allah. Would you respect it then and insist that anyone who desecrates it or something like that is being evil? Fine, you're ex-Muslims now because it's what your prophet did with the idols of the polytheists. He destroyed them, 360 of them. What are you doing here? Why are you pretending like your religion teaches respect for other people's sacred symbols and so on? Why? Why? Your prophet showed no respect for the idols of the pagans. So why should we respect your idol? Why? We want an explanation. You offer none. Anyway.
We thought that, since you're friendly with us, you're friendly with some Muslims, I don't know about all of them, but you're sitting with a guy that is doing an action like that is like one of the worst actions that we would view.
Let me respond to that.
We're fine with smashing hoes. We're fine with banging little girls and stuff. We're fine with all that. But, we got a problem with ripping up our book that tells us this is good behavior.
My objection, my question to counter this would be immediately, do you affiliate with or condemn all those Muslims who say that apostates deserve the death penalty? Yes or no? If you condemn it, sure, yeah, maybe we can talk further about this whole issue. If you don't, then please shut up.
Yep, that's good. So little guys trying to derail the conversation and whining about the dizzle. This is what they're going to do all the time. Oh, you condemn this? I mean, think about this. The Ummah is so strong. And what's the Ummah doing in 2026? They're all attacking each other, doxing everyone, and going around whining. They have an opportunity right here on camera to destroy GodLogic if they could. They can't, so what do? And let's whine because you don't condemn people ripping the Quran that calls you the worst of creatures. Shame on you. You need to be more respectful, like our prophet who destroyed the idols of the pagans and stabbed their eyes out with this. Oh wait, no, that won't work.
Just a few days ago, there was a guy. His name is Henny on YouTube, or TikTok. You know him?
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Okay. So I was on a Muslim cousin's live, and he came up, and he took the Bible and he ripped the page out of the Bible.
Yeah.
Now the Muslims in the comment section were saying yes, yeah, alhamdulillah, yeah. And then they actually condemned, because Muslim cousin, the host, he's a Muslim.
Okay.
He actually kicked him for doing that.
Alhamdulillah.
Right? But, all right, watch this.
Okay.
Watch this.
Sure.
But the other Muslims in the chat, they were getting on Muslim cousin and takfiring him for saying that he's siding with the Christians for condemning the Muslim for doing that.
Perfect.
So my point is that I know that you and people like Omar and stuff you guys will condemn something like that. People like Muslim cousin, he'll condemn it.
Okay.
But there's also the other side of Muslims that celebrate.
I'm not asking about the Muslims right now.
No, I know.
I'm asking about you.
No, but what you do?
Because David, hold on.
Let me finish.
But David,
Maj, you gotta let me finish.
But you're
bro.
going to Muslims when I'm asking about
No,
Christians.
but notice you gotta listen to why I did this.
What?
Because you went
irrelevant.
No, it is.
It's irrelevant, brother. I'm asking you about a Christian's action.
Maj, let me tell you why.
Okay, I'll respond to you.
Because you brought up Muslim actions. I didn't. You said Muslims would condemn this. Muslims would do this, Muslims would do that.
Yeah, Muslims
so
have Muslims
let
done
me
it?
finish.
Have Muslims?
Muslim cousin did.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
But Muslims also advocated for it.
Okay, that's fine.
So
Are there good, are there bad
let
Christians?
me say this,
Are
bro.
there bad Christians?
Maz, you gotta let me finish, bro.
All right, go ahead.
So my point is that you can't say we as Muslims would condemn this because you as Muslims wouldn't. Some of you would, some of you would not.
Notice how Avery is always way more logical and rational than them. We as Muslims would do that. No, some of you would, some of you wouldn't. So say some would and some wouldn't. It's the same with me. It's the same with me eating the Quran. Some Christians would not have a problem. Other Christians would have a problem. I'll tell you what. Though, guys, when you start going after people's wives and doxing people and doxing their homes, then all of a sudden almost no Christians have a problem with it. Because guess what? Christians don't care about your stupid book. We do not care about your stupid book. We tend not to like things like book burnings, and we just tend to not like that sort of thing. We think it's really stupid. But when you say, oh, there's actually a reason for it, like to teach people a lesson that they don't learn from their religion, if their religion doesn't teach them basic manners or basic integrity or anything like that, okay, we have to teach them. And most Christians tend to be on board as soon as they understand what's going on. But you guys seriously have this problem where you think that we're supposed to have your same respect for your stupid book, which calls for you to violently, your book orders you when you're able to violently subjugate us and to silence us so that we can't preach the gospel. Your book says not to be friends with us. Your book says that we are the worst of creatures. And we're not even talking about, beating women into submission and having sex with 5-year-old girls and stuff. We're not even talking about that stuff that your book teaches. Talking about just on what we are. And you tell us to respect it. The answer is no. We don't have to respect it. We're generally not going to, rip up your book and stuff like that. But when you cross some serious lines, which you habitually do, you are habitual line crossers. When you cross those lines, guess what? You don't get to complain anymore. Shut up. I don't care. We don't care. Now go around whining about it, but you're not respecting our book and you're not condemning people who don't respect our book. So what? No one cares, dude. Keep whining, keep crying. You keep crossing lines. I'll keep eating your book. In fact, dude, just by being here right now whining about this, you're crossing some lines in my mind. Judgment will be swift. But we want all the information in because I'm going to be a fair and impartial judge. And so we'll wait until see how this plays out.
Some of you celebrate it.
Okay.
Some of you be like, nah, that ain't cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So this is the spectrum that we have.
Would you
now,
say-
let me finish because you're asking me why I held the position
All
I
right, go ahead.
have.
It's just
okay.
a long answer, bro.
I know
I'm
it is,
trying
but
to
it's
get straight
deep.
to it. Okay, go ahead.
So when somebody says, well, if you don't want an answer, then shut up and get out my face. You know what I'm saying? So
This is the Christian love.
yeah, this is the Christian love. Yeah, this is the Christian love.
Did you hear that guy whining? He's like, oh, you're taking too long. He's like, hey, if you don't want an answer, shut up, get out of my face. Oh, this is Christian love. Yeah, that's Christian love, telling you what you need to hear. Yeah, Jesus was not nice to hypocrites who are whining and spouting nonsense. He told them what they needed to hear. Why? That's loving. That is loving, guys. You coward. Well, Jesus wouldn't like you telling me to shut up if I don't actually want to hear.
Go ahead.
All right. So now, when you ask me why my position is because you got the Muslims. He's responding to Muslims.
Yep.
You talking to me?
No,
You listening?
go ahead. Talk to him.
He's responding to Muslims who are posting pictures of my wife, posting pictures of other Christians' wives, posting pictures of his wife.
Okay, I gotta jump in now.
What do you have to jump in for?
I gotta jump in because in terms of him being provoked, you can have a position on that.
Yep.
Okay. Would you say Muslim cousin's a good Muslim?
No.
Muslim cousin's not a good man?
No, a good man, sure.
Okay.
He's a good man.
Do you
I don't think
praise
he's a
him?
good
Do you
Muslim.
praise him for what he? do you praise him for what he did when he dropped Henny off the
absolutely.
panel? Okay.
Not as a Muslim, as a man.
Are there bad Christians and good Christians out there? Or is
Sure.
every Christian? Okay, cool. So would you say that if when David Wood does an action like
I don't
that,
think he's-
as a good Christian, shouldn't you condemn that?
No.
Okay, perfect. So what about
He's
when?
provoked.
Okay, cool. What about when Enes went on his panel, went
Don't
on his
provoke
live,
me.
and he did it without being provoked? David Wood ripped up the Quran,
Yep.
ate it without anyone provoking him, just because he felt like.
If that's the clip that circulated that they keep whining about, oh yeah, I was provoked. I was provoked.
David, why did you eat the Quran without being provoked?
I think, I don't know, because guys, if you're saying a clip where I ripped up the Quran or something like that, if you're saying that, it's a lot of clips, man. That's a lot of clips. I think the one they keep going to is where we were live. I think it was on GodLogic channel, might have been IPs or something like that. Anyway, It was on someone else's channel, if that's the one he's talking about, because that's the one they say where I wasn't provoked. But the guy was telling me what to do. I wouldn't rip up the Quran for someone telling me what to do. That's in a context. So guys, there's context to these things. IP, you remember that Muhammad Hijab fellow?
I'm not IP.
You remember Muhammad Hijab?
I'm not IP.
Okay, AP. It's the same name. Inspiring prophet.
Yes.
You remember that Muhammad Hijab guy?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. What about him?
You remember when he started going after all the wives of all the atheists who criticize all the atheist ex-Muslims?
Yes.
You remember when he started threatening them with rape and torture?
Yes.
Yeah. Wasn't that what started me eating the Quran? And I had never done anything like that before?
Yes.
Okay. Now, after eating the Quran and telling Muhammad Hijab, hey, if you want to escalate in this way, because keep in mind, he had the same stupid reasoning that this dumb moron Malik has, only Malik is like way dumber than Muhammad Hijab, and that's saying something. But he had the same reasoning. Muhammad Hijab was thinking, okay, we threaten them about, insulting Muhammad and saying all these mean things about Muhammad and calling him a pedo and stuff like that. We threaten them and it doesn't work. You know what? We'll go after their wives. Then what are they going to do? What are they going to do? We'll go after their wives. They're not going to like that, but what are they going to do? They're already insulting Muhammad, so what are they going to do? Insult Muhammad more? It's not going to change anything. So you know what? Let's go after their wives until they get so uncomfortable that they stop attacking Muhammad. And what he found out was, guys, yeah, we insist on exposing your fake prophet, but that doesn't mean we can't go in other directions with this. That doesn't mean there's not other lines that we can't cross. And so I took a bite out of the Quran, chewed up Surat al-Fatiha. They didn't like that too much. Whined like a bunch of babies. Went around to all the other Christian apologists. Do you condemn this? Same thing he's doing. Do you condemn this? Do you? Apart from James White, I can't recall anyone who condemned it after knowing what happened, right? In other words, there was the short clip where they just show, look, David's eating the Quran. And there was people, oh my goodness, we're shocked. As soon as people found out what that's in response to, these guys are launching a campaign of harassing people's wives with threats of rape and torture. As soon as people found that out, they're like, oh yeah, you're right on the money there. You had to do that. That's good. You had to do that. And so they're really, really mad about that. And then they got Karanagami and all these other things. But I told Muhammad Hijab, all you have to do is apologize to the women. All you have to do is apologize to the women. And I said, if you don't apologize to the women that you insulted and threatened like this, if you do not apologize to them, I will normalize Quran desecration. I will make it become a normal way of responding to you guys crossing lines. Because keep in mind, no one did it back then. People weren't doing it. People were not doing that. And I said I would normalize it unless you have the basic level of humility to apologize to the women that you insulted and threatened. Hijab is a narcissist. He couldn't do it. So guess what, guys? I'm going to keep my word. And so what have I been doing all these years now? I'm slowly but surely normalizing it like I said I would. He didn't apologize. He refused to apologize. So all this is just to say that when a Muslim, like on a live stream, is saying, here's what I order you to do, you better do this, blah, 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 blah. When he does something like that, the threshold has already been lowered significantly because of Muhammad Hijab. In other words, I'm seeing that as an opportunity to normalize the desecration I promised I would do if Muhammad Hijab refuses to apologize to the women he treated so terribly. So that is the context, guys. That is not without provocation. That is massive provocation. And so all of this ripping up the Quran and so on, it's all because of you guys, 100%. I know in your minds, you have such contempt for women. Women are such garbage to you that you have no concept of someone saying you are not crossing the line going after women. You're not doing it. I will do whatever it takes to make you stop. And I don't care how many Qurans I have to destroy or how much I have to soak your prophet in I don't care. I'm going to make you stop. You could stop quickly or you could wait a couple months, but you're going to stop. You have no concept of that because you're like, well, women are just garbage. So that's not provocation going after the women. Oh, it is, buddy. And guess what? I care more about any random woman on the planet, including any random Muslim woman on the planet. I care more about any non-Muslim woman on the planet. I care more about than all your stupid books combined. And so if I have to wreck all of your stupid books, every last one on the planet, to protect one woman, I'll do it, guys. I'll do it. And if you haven't got it, if you haven't got the memo now, just keep watching. Just keep watching. So, but you can be here crying some more.
Simping for women.
Why?
Doing it. Would you condemn that?
Well, actually, he was insulting.
What? One thing though, I have to say one thing, which is the question was the point that this guy here in this strange outfit here made was that there was a time when David Wood was not provoked and he ate the Quran anyway, and the discussion is about whether it is okay to do it when you are not provoked or not. I have to say something very quickly. At the moment I'm not provoked at all by anything. What you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do about it, man?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it, man?
I just have to point out, ladies and gentlemen, AP says he wasn't provoked. That's false, because there are ongoing provocations. So I pointed out one ongoing provocation was hijab couldn't cross some serious lines. What did his fans do? Cheered for him. They loved it. They cheered for him. Did his Dawah buddies correct him? Did Muslim scholars step in and stop him? No. No one stopped him. Therefore, it fell to who? To me to stop him, to us to stop him. And so don't complain. If you guys don't stop someone from terrible behavior, don't complain when we stop him. Because I always tell you guys, if you don't stop these guys, I'll stop them. But you're not going to like the way I stop them. You're going to cry for years about how I stopped them. So you better stop them or I'll stop them. We'll stop them. That's how it works. But anyway, so that's kind of ongoing provocation. But with someone like AP, it's not just that the Quran calls us the worst of creatures and says we have to be violently subjugated. The Quran says you have to obey Muhammad. He's the pattern of conduct. You have to obey all of his decisions. And he said, we're both dead. We're both dead. We are under death sentences.
Yes.
So as far as I'm concerned, that's it. That's all we need. We could crush your book every day. We could burn it, destroy it, stab it, shoot it, whatever we want for the rest of our lives. Your stupid fake prophet and his stupid fake revelations were provocation enough. So I'm on board with AP
Why
right
would
now.
I have any respect for that stupid, dumb book inspired by a rapist, child rapist, murderer, prophet? Why?
Because we love it. We love it. We don't care.
Well,
we don't care.
Keep loving it.
Yeah, think about this.
You also love children.
Yeah. We can't respect its teachings because its teachings are evil and demonic, right? So we're not respecting it for that. And so why should we respect it? We're supposed to respect it to get along with you guys? You're evil, lying scumbags. I don't mean all Muslims. I mean you guys, the guys who are whining about it, right? The nice Muslims, the nice friendly Muslims, the good upstanding citizen Muslims, they need to stop you then. And if they don't stop you from acting like evil, degenerate scumbags, well, then great. Let us introduce ourselves. We are the cherubs of justice, ladies and gentlemen. The cherubs of justice. Well, let's see what we got here.
But let me, let me answer
Just
you.
yes or no?
Because you muddied the water.
Not really though, because
yes, you did.
No, but I'm helping you out. I'm helping your
notice
argument.
how you're cutting me off on my answer, bro.
But
You're not allowing me to speak.
Bro, you don't want to go one-on-one.
You're not allowing me to speak.
How many guys is there? How many guys is there?
Maz, focus.
How many guys is there?
Focus.
Okay, if you don't want to engage. So look, but he's jumping in, bro. If you don't want to engage, ask him about who his God is.
No heckling.
He doesn't want to talk about the Trinity, but he wants to throw.
Look how happy and smiling Avery is, and how this guy, look how easily rattled they are. Guys, on all this Quran stuff, because Malik is saying he sent these guys. I don't know if that's true or not. Malik may be bragging, running his mouth, and every time there's some drama, he may claim that he's behind it and impress his 12-year-old TikTok fans. But guys, look at this. You guys are enraged and flipping out. Avery's smiling and happy. Is this going the way you guys want? I'm saying this because get used to this. You're going to lose your mind more and more, because I know how to enrage you guys. I know what makes you flip out. You don't know what makes us flip out. You suck at figuring that out. So
why is Avery happy when David Wood is literally genociding the Quran?
Yeah, so Avery smiling and happy. You guys constantly enraged, and this is just guys. We got Quran Demolition Ranch coming up this week. Quran Demolition Ranch. Do you have any clue what we have going on? I just had someone buy me a flamethrower, a freaking flamethrower. Why? I'm not allowed to use a gun. No one told me anything about flamethrowers. When I was released, you are not allowed to touch a gun. Okay. They did not say flamethrowers. We got all sorts of fun things coming up.
How do you like my Quran, man?
It's pretty based. It's pretty based. And it is. That's what it is. It's a great manual. In fact, hang on to that, AP, because we're about to find out that's exactly what it is. They're going to say it here. They're going to say it. They're going to say it for you. They're going to make our case for us. Watch this.
But look, Avery,
you have to let me finish what I'm saying.
In terms of, it's not about him being provoked.
Maz,
right now,
if you do this, I'm gonna have to talk over you.
We're gonna talk
let
over
me
each other,
speak.
bro. We're gonna talk over each other then, bro.
Then we're not gonna have this conversation.
That's not a successful conversation.
Sorry, dude. He's got the mic. You don't. You're at a disadvantage. I suggest you shut your pie hole.
Right. So stop.
I'm telling you, David Wood has done it without being provoked.
Oh, I didn't. You got to show me that. Because Anas was insulted.
Yeah, guys, if you wanted to show me doing it without being provoked, you'd have to go pre-Muhammad hijab, threatening women. So that's where you'd have to go. Show me that. Show me.
No.
Anas was insulting.
Okay, so you're saying that it's
so
okay
he
to
was
rip up and
provoked.
hold on, even if a Christian
when I notice how you're talking over me again.
No, because I don't.
Notice when
go ahead.
So if it goes unprovoked, I condemn that.
Okay.
If he's provoked, hey, khalas. It's free game right now.
Okay, so why do you condemn any?
So if there's some brother, he did it unprovoked.
No, he did it after you guys did it.
So no, here it is. He came on the platform, unprovoked, and ripped a Bible.
Because of what David Wood did.
Guess what?
Because of what David Wood did.
And David Wood did because of what Malik and the others are doing.
So he's the one that started the trend.
So no, he started the trend. Who started it?
David Wood started the trend.
No, see this, and this is the problem with Muslims.
Yeah, this is the problem with Christians.
They won't go to their origin.
They never want to
They'll look at the Muslim reaction, but they won't go with the Muslim.
Justify their
so I don't want to hear the crying, bro.
He comes around us.
I don't want to hear the crying.
When he's in San Diego.
I don't want to hear the crying.
When David Wood does an
I don't want to hear the
action like
crying.
that, we don't want to.
We should take a bunch of Qurans and go to hey AP, we should go to a park as Dawah guys, set up a Dawah booth, and we hand out Qurans, but all of them are labeled Great Manual. Dude, we got to do that. We got to go set up as Dawah guys at a park and give like the dumbest arguments ever, which will be pretty accurate.
Condemn these guys. Condemn them.
Oh, hey, he just called me a pedo, guys. He just called me a pedo. Now, what's that based on? Me saying that when I was 18 years old, I had intercourse. I was out on bond with two underage girls. And that's enough for him to call me a pedo. Why is this relevant? Well, we'll find out very soon.
Openly admitted to being a pedophile.
He says, I openly admitted to being a pedo. I don't recall saying that. I do recall saying that when I was 18 years old, out on bond after attacking my father with a hammer, I had intercourse with two teenage underage girls. He's calling that an admission of being a pedo. More on this in a moment.
He eats the Bible, he don't want to condemn it? What? Has nothing to do with the topic. Okay, cool. Jesus submitted to Allah.
So I'm done with that. I'm done with all that.
Jesus submitted to Allah.
So now let's get. No, you're not. You're not.
I'm gonna do it too.
No, you're in your emotions, man.
You know my personality. Me and you are cool.
Yes, you're emotional.
Easy to see how discombobulated these guys get. Easy to frustrate them. Easy to upset them. Why you guys cross lines then? Why wouldn't you be going to the ones who provoke and tell them to stop crossing lines and to stop provoking? You're never going to stop me from reacting. You actually have to saw off my head to make me stop reacting. And you won't do it. You guys literally have my address, but you're cowards, man. You're cowards. You share my address, but you don't show up. Why is that? Maybe because you know you'll just lose if you face a real man here.
But you gotta answer, bro. You gotta be just.
And I did answer.
Okay,
and
I'm telling you, if Henny did that, provoked or not provoked, Islamically prohibited. You're telling me, okay, I'm talking to him, bro. You're telling me as a Christian, provoked or not provoked, it's okay if he's provoked. Even if he's not provoked, I'm gonna make an excuse. Just because he got insulted.
So notice what
he got insulted.
So Maz.
I'm gonna call
notice how I just heard you out. Did I just hear you?
You cut me off right
No,
before I finished.
I just let you talk, bro. I let you get it
You
off.
kind of spoke before I finished, though, but go ahead.
Okay, so you just misrepresented what I said. I did not
what did I
say.
say? What did I just say?
You said that
It's prohibited.
self-control, logos,
Then it's not.
logos. Everybody say it with me.
In all cases.
Logos.
Takbir. What's the takbir?
Logos.
Takbir. Takbir. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Trust me, we Muslims can be louder. I promise you. I promise you. Allah barik fik. Sure. Yeah, akhi. The whole issue.
So if the Muslim provokes the Christian by putting up people's wives, hold on, don't answer him. By putting up people's wives, by putting pictures of people's wives, by putting pictures of people's wives. Do you disagree with the wives? Do you disagree?
Raped the minor.
Do you hear this? He said David Wood raped a minor. He admitted to being a pedo. AP, you were in that live stream. I say anything about grape?
Nope.
I say anything about being a pedo?
Nope.
So, sex with a teenager, with an 18-year-old has sex with a teenager. He says that is an admission of grape and being a pedo. This is good to know, everyone. This is very, very good to know. Let's see.
He raped her.
Do you disagree?
He said, I graped her.
But it's past the statutory limit.
What?
He said it's past the statute of limitation.
Oh no, they did this before.
I did not say it's past the statute of limitations, let alone the statutory of he doesn't even know the word.
Me before. This was after. Yeah, but to me it was before.
Just to be clear, guys, there is no statute of limitations in the state of Virginia on. They don't even. It's in Virginia. It's not grape at all. It's not even statutory. It's a different category. In Virginia, grape has to be forcible. It's not. It's in a different category if it's not forcible. I didn't do anything forcible, so it would be called carnal knowledge of a teenage girl or something like that. They call it carnal knowledge. So that's what the crime would actually be. There's no statute of limitations on it, so I could be prosecuted. There's just no way to do that, because how do you find a girl from 30 plus years ago? How do you do that? Hey, there was this girl. She had brown hair. Okay. Police are not gonna do that. And then you have Malik, who gets one of his TikTok buddies to pretend to be the girl, and they tried using a voice changer and it didn't work. And then everyone thinks they're a bunch of idiots. But I'm just taking what they say. Sex with a teenage girl, if you're 18, would be grape and pedophilia. Good to know. Good to know. Keep that in mind.
To me, it was before.
Look out of here. Look, David Wood.
So,
David Wood.
yeah.
Hold on. David Wood is a pedophile. You guys.
I'm taking it, Mike.
Hold on. So anybody sleeping
Let's
with
pedophilia.
is a pedophile.
What is that?
Hear the guy with the mask. Hear the guy with the mask. He's yelling, "David, what is a pedo?" Oh, so these three guys on camera are apparently in full agreement about what a rapist and a pedo is. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
David Wood is a pedophile.
If somebody,
He's a fucking cholo.
Muhammad is a pedophile. I agree with you.
Oh, someone said Muhammad is a pedo. I agree with you.
brother, step to the side.
How many guys? How many guys agree with you? This guy don't want to talk about the Trinity.
Hey, see this guy who's blocking the camera here? Hang on, take a screenshot. I might want to look him up. I think that's the guy. Okay, so he's got a white collar and so on. That might be the guy who was pressing up on Christina, and eventually GodLogic made him stop.
He's a chomo. He's loud.
Oh, and there's someone putting a hand in front of him.
This guy's loud.
We totally agree with you.
This guy's loud.
Muhammad is a pedophile.
You catch that? We totally agree with you. Muhammad is a pedophile. Guys, there's also an important distinction here. There's like a colloquial use of, people who are interested in younger girls and so on. The actual definition is someone who's attracted to prepubescent girls. That's what that's what the actual definition is. Muhammad had sex with a prepubescent girl. So Muhammad would actually fit the definition. But all we insist upon is, hey, whatever age you want to set it at, if you want to call it, fine, as long as you're consistent and you also say it about Muhammad. That's my rule. Call me whatever you want, anything. And as long as you as a Muslim are willing to apply the same standard to Muhammad, because he was way early, he did it with a way younger girl, I'll grant it. I'll go ahead and grant the usage of the term. But we have to agree on terms. We have to come to common terms. I made an entire video about that. What's up?
So we can say to the Muslims, if David is a pedophile and a rapist, then necessarily Muhammad is also a pedophile and a rapist.
Yeah, and a much worse one, because it was one for two reasons. One, it was with a significantly younger girl. And two, she was prepubescent. And I mean, I'm not anyone's pattern of conduct. I was an 18-year-old atheist out on bond after attacking my dad with a hammer. I'm no one's pattern of conduct. I'm no one's idea of like a good person back then. Muhammad is the one with Allah's stamp of approval as the person that everyone should imitate. So you should kind of have a way higher standard for him, right, everyone? Since that's the guy everyone's supposed to imitate. No, who wants to imitate 18-year-old D. Wood? I wouldn't tell anyone to imitate 18-year-old D. Wood. The Quran says people should imitate Muhammad. And so if he's doing this with a prepubescent 9-year-old girl.
I actually want to make a challenge here. Since we're on the topic, I want to issue a challenge here to all Muslims, to all Muslim apologists who are so adamant on this whole thing. And people have been coming to me and like, whoa, what about your friend David Wood? So I want to challenge all the Muslims here to a debate.
Let's do it.
Debate. The debate topic is the following. Who is a better moral example, David Wood or Muhammad? I challenge all Muslims.
He challenges you. Hey, does that include these guys here? Can these guys here join us live and have this debate?
Yeah, probably.
Hey, guys, I will even give you guys a heads up right now. I'll even give you a heads up on, what our case might include. So I might start going through passages, right? Like this. So look at this. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. Notice the chapter heading. Giving one's young children in marriage is permissible. Why? By virtue of the statement of Allah. And for those who have no monthly courses, i.e. they are still immature, Surah 65, verse 4, which is a verse of the Quran that allows men to marry, have sex with, and divorce girls all before they've ever reached puberty, which is the actual definition of being a pedo. And the iddah, that's the waiting period. That's a waiting period if you divorce a girl before the next guy can marry her. There's a waiting period. The iddah for the girl before puberty is 3 months in the above verse. What's that mean? It means that if a man marries, has sex with, and divorces a girl before puberty, then she has to wait 3 months before the next guy can take this prepubescent girl, marry her, have sex with, and divorce her. Okay? Why? Well, you got the example here. Narrated Aisha that the Prophet wrote the marriage contract with her when she was 6 years old, and he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old, and then she remained with him for 9 years, i.e., till his death. So those are some of the passages. We have tons of them. All these guys at the park. But Aisha, according to your sources, was prepubescent. Surah 65:4 allows you to have sex with prepubescent girls. Why is this relevant? Well, if you think having sex with a teenager is pedophilia and grape, you just called your prophet. You just called your prophet a rapist and a pedo. You just did. And guess what? We're never letting you take it back. According to these guys, the one in the mask, the guy in the hoodie there, and their other buddy, they're following a prophet who was a rapist and a pedo. They admit it. It's very powerful.
Muslims will understand.
Yes, this is very powerful.
Arabic speakers will get it.
This is very powerful.
David Wood is a pedophile. David Wood is a pedophile. We agree with you. All right. So we got emotional. So now we got emotional. Moss, chill, bro. Chill.
No, but you're gonna let him talk like that about the
You gonna talk about a Christian?
Did you hear what he just said? He's like, you're gonna let him talk about Muhammad like that? For what? Calling Muhammad a pedo? You called him a pedo. You gave a definition that makes, by definition, your prophet a pedo. And then you complain when someone says, oh, well, then your prophet's a pedo. Oh, you're going to let him talk about my prophet? It's the same thing with their book. Yeah, we're going to subjugate you. We're going to subjugate you. We're going to conquer the world with our book. And we say, okay, your book's garbage. Oh, my goodness, you're not respecting our book. You don't call the shots here, dude. What planet do you guys live on? You guys have this mentality where it's actually built into your thinking that you are the best of creatures and you're supposed to have all of us under control. We're supposed to be your dimmies. And when you find out you ain't controlling nothing here, guys, then you lose your minds. Well, we still have to introduce you to the concept of reality, guys. And I'm about to pronounce judgment for all of this.
Talk about David. Look how sensitive. You're a hypocrite, bro. Stop being a hypocrite. And Muhammad said that he slept with Aisha when she was 9. Bro. So if he's bringing that up, you can't hide that.
David would confess to raping a minor. He confessed on video. Why?
I never said any such thing. I said I had sex with. If you're defining that as grape, you can. There are people who do. You say anything. Well, if it's an underage girl, she's not capable of consent. If you grant that principle, a girl under whatever age you want to say, pick an age. You want to say 18, 16, 14, whatever you want to say. If you say a girl cannot possibly consent and therefore any sexual activity with her is by definition grape, okay, Aisha was 9. So she meets that requirement. You repeatedly, everything you're saying condemns your fake prophet as a pedo and a rapist. So that's what your prophet is. You demand, and then he throws a tantrum when someone points it out. Sucks to be you, dude.
Mad at me. Nobody's mad at you. Okay, but if you're gonna condemn David Wood, then condemn Muhammad. Don't condemn Muhammad.
1 second.
That's all I'm insisting on. You're going to if you want to condemn me, go for it. Do it. I'm a big boy. I'm able to deal with it. If you want to condemn me, do it. But be consistent. Your prophet did something way, way, way more evil. So, but you have to condemn it, right? In other words, if you want to say Muhammad did it and it's fine, then I'm an angel here by comparison.
I'm an angel.
Muhammad never raped anyone.
He just said you never raped anyone. if you read the story of Sophia, man, read the story of Sophia. But in addition to that, you're the one who defined sex with a minor. Yeah, you're the one who defined sex with a minor as grape. And then you said he never raped anyone. Well, he had sex with a 9-year-old. So what is that? You defined it, dude. You did. Yes, he is. Your fake prophet is a pedo and a rapist, according to your own words. Live with it. That's life now.
David Wood's a rapist, though. David Wood's a rapist.
Exactly. So you're not going to hold on. So you're not going to condemn him for in the Bible?
From what?
Hold on.
He's a liar. He's a liar. You
You're-
just lied.
Who?
You said that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that he slept with Aisha when she was 9.
Yeah, I misspoke. Aisha said. I meant Aisha said. Aisha said.
Look at that. He said Muhammad had said he slept with Aisha when she was. It was actually Aisha who said it, and then a bunch of people said it. Watch, and then he says, "You lied. He said I misspoke. These guys have lied like 500 times in this conversation that we've seen, made up stuff left and right. And while he's talking, he says, Muhammad said it, and they go, no, it's actually, he goes, oh, I misspoke. And they go, oh, watch this. But he makes fun of him, watch.
Aisha said it. Is it a lie? Is it true? Is it true?
It's time to pray.
Is it true?
So you want to talk about the prophet?
Is it true?
on the prophet.
Is it true?
Lying on the prophet.
Is it true?
Who said it?
Lying on the prophet.
Aisha,
Is it true?
Aisha,
Say what you said about
the mother,
Say what you said. Did he sleep with a 9-year-old?
The mother, Maz,
Say what you said again. Say what you said again about the prophet.
Well, so let's pause here for a second.
What?
Let's pause here for a second and think about what just happened here. So they are now doing this whole, oh, look, he lied. Because Avery accidentally misspoke and said that it was Muhammad who said that he married a 6-year-old girl and had sex with her when she was 9. And the supposed lie here, which Avery admitted he misspoke on, is that Muhammad actually never said it. It was actually Aisha, his wife, who said it. The very funny thing here is that it literally changes nothing at all about the fact that, according to Muslim sources, Muhammad married a 6-year-old girl when he was in his 50s and had sex with her, so raped her, when she was 9 years old.
Yeah.
And the source is Aisha, his child bride, whom he raped, who, according to Muslims, is the most reliable, most prominent source of all the traditions about Muhammad. So what point are they exactly making here? Are these people completely retarded or just evil? I don't know.
It's pretty bad. And I mean, think about this, right? This guy's literally saying, David admitted to grape and being a pedo. I never said any of that. That's what you're saying. But you're saying I said that because there are a bunch of people who didn't see the live stream and they'll think that's what I said, right? So these guys are just making stuff up left and right. These guys, according to Malik, were sent by Malik. I've never seen anyone who lies as much as that dude. I mean, you listen to this. I mean, my real name is David Zagara, and I'm actually divorced, and it's my ex-wife, and my funding comes from Pamela Geller, right? It's like lie, 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 lie. They have zero problem with any of that. Even in the discussion, the little parts that we've seen, you had the Muslim there. You had the Muslim there, and he was saying, "Oh yes, and that's why in the Hadith, Muhammad said, do not believe everything in their scriptures." GodLogic had to show him, take him through the actual passage. And the guy was doing everything he could to keep him from actually reading it. Muhammad didn't say, don't, he said the opposite in there. He said, no, we believe in your scriptures. We don't believe in what you're saying about our scriptures. So now notice, everyone, we could do the exact same thing. Oh, every time they lie, but all we'd be doing is yelling the entire time because they lie every 2 seconds. All right. So guys, now when we're getting into a part where someone's getting a little too close to Avery's wife here.
Look, chill, bro.
We're gonna do it like this.
This is good. Babe, use the stick.
Look.
Use the stick.
Here's what we're gonna say.
You can extend it, close it, whatever you
attack
want.
the Prophet Muhammad. I can just repeat what the Muslims are saying about your wife.
Would you?
I'm asking you. Are you gonna condemn them?
No.
You're not gonna.
Do you hear what he just said? If you don't condemn what they're saying about Muhammad, then I don't have a problem with what people are saying about your wife. Guys, why were they saying anything about Muhammad? Because he defined sex with a teenage girl as grape and pedophilia. And someone said, oh, well, Aisha was 9. So then he's a rapist and a pedophile. And oh my goodness, do you condemn that? Why? It's true. According to your own words, it's true. Why are you complaining that someone said something that is true according to your own words? And then he's saying, fine, then we'll go after your wife. Smart guys. You guys are doing a bang up job of making people find your religion so much more appealing. We'll go after your wife if you. It's the same mentality that they have with like Rebecca and Mary and stuff in the Bible. That, oh, you're saying something true about our prophet? Well, we'll lie about Rebecca. You're saying something true about, well, we'll lie about Mary. You're saying something true about Prophet Muhammad? Then we'll go after your wife. Evil, 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 sick behavior. And then they whine when we don't respect their book that convinces them that this is appropriate behavior.
Then I don't condemn who's speaking about your wife.
Okay, cool.
I don't condemn that.
I don't care.
And they're going to promote that.
I don't care.
He said he's going to promote that.
I don't care, bro. So, I'm not emotional about this, Maj. You know that. I'm not emotional.
As the father of a little girl, the father of a little girl, we believe Jesus, peace and blessing be upon him, will return. We believe he will rule the
now
earth.
This guy's back into, we believe this. No one cares, dude.
Earth, Muslim king following Islam, following Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
He already said all this earlier, and he just repeats the same thing. We believe Jesus will return, and he will be a judge, and he will be a Muslim, and no one cares what you believe. We care what you can actually show here, dude, and you show absolutely nothing.
Me, as a Muslim, I have no problem signing a contract when my daughter is of age. I want her to be the husband of Isa ibn Maryam, the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Even if she was like 6 or 5?
If she was 6 and 5, I would sign a contract when she is of age, because when she is of age, of sound mind, body, understanding, physical maturity.
Don't cover them out. Don't cover. Hey, brother.
You see that? People covering things.
Just really quick, Michelle. Look. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to step away from my wife, please.
You guys hear this? Step away from my wife. He's telling, hey, you're pushing up on the wife, blocking the camera and stuff. But as you're blocking the camera, you're pushing up on my wife. Just keep a little space. Keep a little space here. That was a simple request. That's a simple request, but watch what happens, guys.
No, out of respect, step from my wife. She's asking. Hey, brother, I don't want to get physical. I don't want to get physical. Please step from my wife. Please step from my wife.
Do you hear that? This is all relevant in court, guys. I don't want to get physical. I don't want to get physical. Step away from my wife. Be respectful. Step away from my wife. I do not want to get physical.
Please step from my wife. Yeah, please step from my wife. Step from my wife. Step from my wife. Step from my wife. Step from my wife.
No, I didn't. Why
He's too close. He's too close.
So what? He didn't touch her.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be moved.
Hey, he didn't bring her.
He's gonna have to be moved. Simple as that. I sure did. I sure did.
Come over here, brother.
So you harass my wife, you will be touched.
Oh,
homie. Anyway.
And if you harass anyone's wives, your book will be touched as well, guys.
So right now,
you'll be moved.
right now,
Straight up.
Right, he didn't touch your wife. He went to put.
Yeah, it's shoulder to shoulder with my wife covered.
Yeah, he's going up and pressing up on her and stuff like this while covering up the camera.
He was putting.
He will not be. Yeah.
He was a camera.
Check him. Check your brother, or else I will check him. Simple as that.
Every single person.
Good.
Did you catch that? It's the same reasoning I have. One of your guys crosses the line. You guys we'll give you an opportunity. You check him. You stop him. If you don't, then you're basically saying, we're not going to stop him. Okay, well, if it's behavior that needs to be stopped, who does that leave to stop the behavior? Who does that leave? Okay, then don't cry like babies when you don't correct the behavior and we do. Right? You had your opportunity.
Any single female.
Good. So I'm good. So I'm gonna hold my brothers in check. Hold your brothers in check.
You did not hold him in check.
Good principle. Good principle.
I did.
You didn't. You said you don't condemn what he said.
Did you catch that? He's beside her again and stuck his hand in front of her, and GodLogic pushed his hand out of the way, and the guy's camera dropped.
Cut that out. Cut that out. Chill out. No.
What's up?
Go back. I want to see that again.
Well, pay attention next time. It's hard because it's a 3.5 hour almost video. Let's see, 222.
You said you don't condemn what he said.
Cut that out. Cut that out. Chill out. No, I'm gonna give it to him. You gonna be cool, bro? You gonna be cool? You gonna be cool? Okay. If you're not gonna be cool, hold on. Just really quick. Really quick. You need to chill, bro. All right. So it's his phone. It's his phone. I'm gonna give it to him.
Is it recorded? Who recorded it? Who recorded it?
You hear them?
Hey, let me deal with it.
Yeah, deal with him, bro. He needs to get him away from my wife, bro.
Yeah, he's in and Sheikh Uthman's hiding behind a tree somewhere, hiding under a table, going, "Oh no, I got the opportunity. Now I can call the cops, and now I can escape."
Hiding in the bushes.
Hiding in the bushes.
Well done, Avery. Really,
yeah.
It was, good move by GodLogic. Honestly.
Yeah, and for oh no, this is the soul. This is the. He warned you. He said he doesn't want to get physical. You push up on his wife again. He pushes your hand down, drop your phone and stuff like that, and then you run and call the cops like a bunch of little pathetic crybabies and so on. I said it before. I think like if someone's like harassing your wife and stuff like that, you should just be able to clock them. That's serious stuff.
Punch.
Straight up.
Someone called the adhan.
Yeah, if you guys got to pray, go for it.
So the point of the matter is, right, I have no problem signing a contract of pre-marriage.
We do not care,
to give
dude.
my wife to Jesus, peace be upon him, because I know he's Jesus.
You said this? Give his daughter as a wife to Jesus?
When the time comes, if I see him, if we're alive at that time, and all of the signs of there, him killing the Antichrist, him doing what he's doing, be given that sovereign, the sovereign rule from Allah on earth, meaning that he's going to rule, the only ruler as a Muslim on earth, following Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's religion and way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that was sent to him. I have no problem signing my daughter off even in the womb as a Muslim.
What about consummation?
In Islam, the consummation isn't set at an exact date.
I know.
Isn't set at an age.
If she was,
you said but you did not condemn what he was saying.
If she was 9,
because
if she was 9, would you let him consummate?
When people used to live at that time,
I just want to know if at 9, would you let your daughter consummate with a grown man that she's married?
If the time.
Notice. He's not saying no. that's already answer enough, buddy.
Time was different, and she had sound mind and that don't have the maturity to get married. Yeah. There's 40-year-olds that you look at them, they have the mind of a 10-year-old, men and women. So this is not Islam to say that there's a set age of marriage. And Aisha herself mentioned that, which herself did not even celebrate birthdays. So they don't do what they do like they do.
Is that
now
a yes?
Have a thing.
Would you let your 9-year-old that you signed over to marriage? Would you let her consummate?
I would let my daughter signed off to.
Would you let her consummate? Would you let him consummate?
Isa ibn Maryam, if that is what the time.
Doesn't sound like he wants to answer.
I'm talking your time. If he cracked the sky right now.
So just ask. Okay, if Sheikh Uthman says I want your 9-year-old daughter and I want to consummate the marriage, just make it real. And he's your sheikh, and you got to respect him, right?
9 years from now, there is all of those calamities wars and whatever.
Okay, he's just running his mouth here, not interested. Let's go ahead and...
This is so funny. Nobody actually asked him this question. He just started talking about how he would love to marry off his little daughter.
Yeah, what the heck? Like, what is that, man? No, just let everyone... It's like when the Warner's like, hey, if anyone wants me to take it up the butt, I will. I'll take it up the butt if it helps me get into a secret society and stuff like this. And this guy just, hey, I would give my daughter, you know, to someone who wants to do something to her.
Muslims really have this. There is some. They have this. It pressures them. It pushes them. It's like as David. Let's pretend I'm a Muslim, and you're just a regular guy.
Okay.
And you just randomly greet me.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I would love to marry my little daughter even if she's in the womb. I would love to marry my daughter if she's in the womb. To Jesus. I swear we love Jesus. We love Jesus. I want to marry my little daughter in the womb to Jesus.
Hey, you can make the meme about that Dawah dude right there. The one where you're just like at one urinal and then the guy walks all the way down, goes right beside you and says, I want to marry my daughter. And guess what? She's 6. All right, guys, so I fast forwarded a bit. Avery walks away because these guys are calling the police. He gets a little distance from them, but I think here's where police show up.
Okay. عن خطاب بن قاسم عن أبي عثمان قال, he says, كان عيسى عليه الصلاة والسلام يصلي على رأس الجبل فأتاه إبليس فقال أنت الذي
Hey, the cop is saying stop. The cop is saying stop, brother.
وقدر قال نعم. He says, قال ألق نفسك من الجبل وقل قدر عليه.
So what is that saying?
So I'm just reading the Arabic for you first, and then I was gonna have you. Hey,
Yes, sir.
San Diego Police. Can we talk to you?
Yeah, of course.
Wait, first of all, why do we have a huge crowd?
Because we're debating Muslims and Christians.
Who called the cops? Sheikh Uthman's buddies. Bunch of cowards.
Who was hiding in the bushes.
They made it clear, we don't want anything to do with this dude. We don't want to talk. We don't want to debate. We don't want to do anything. Oh, here's something we could call the cops on him for. You are the biggest bunch of pathetic cowards the world has ever seen. It's pathetic. Sheikh Uthman, you have to chase this guy. He runs his mouth and thumps his chest like he's ready to debate, and he will run around the entire planet to avoid it happening. You show up to a Dawah booth, they look for any opportunity. They deliberately harass in order to just get you to touch them, and then police, come save us. Kuffar, police. Oh, what a bunch of cowards, man.
Debating.
All right, cool. Okay, can we get privacy or?
I
don't care if we talk in front of the cameras,
Sure.
honestly, but if you guys could just back up a little bit, that's fine. You guys can keep all the cameras out. I really don't care.
Okay.
We know that.
What's going on? Why is
It's legal to record you guys.
What's going on?
Well, he was over here harassing my wife, and I asked him to move away from her. She asked him to move away from her. He would not move away from her.
Hey,
So,
can you just go stand over there with my partner? I'll talk to them. That's fine.
yeah. So he would not move away from her after she asked him to move away. I asked him to move away. He would not move away. Kept bumping shoulders with her, trying to block the camera. And so then that's when I came and I took him by his shoulder and I moved him to the side away from my wife. So I didn't punch him, drag him, slap him, I didn't do anything like that. So
He said that also you smacked his hand and hit.
well, I grabbed his phone out of his hand because he came and was doing the same thing again. He came right back after I gently moved him away. He then came right back here again and kept doing this. So what I did, and he tried to grab mine. So then I grabbed his phone, and it fell. But I tried to grab it. I picked it back up. I gave him back his phone.
All of you guys
that was
that are talking from the sidelines, you guys can stand here and you guys can record. I don't care. But if I'm not talking to you, be quiet.
Yeah. So that
I'm talking to this gentleman.
Yeah.
That makes sense to everybody.
Yeah. So that's what took place. I hope.
So here's a discussion, and then he asked people if who has video footage and stuff like this, and they go get everyone's stories and stuff like that, and then Avery talks for a little while. He tells everyone to please stay here while he tries to figure things out, and then we'll fast forward to where the police come back.
Speak Arabic and, who can break down the Quran, can break down the Bible. Like, there are brothers and sisters coming up right now. So, the Antichrist is in trouble. Those who are against Christ right now is in trouble. They're saying you're at 1.K now.
If you guys want to learn Arabic Quran, come in my channel, Divine Dialogue, and I read the verses in Arabic.
That's right.
So you can learn the Arabic Quran.
Okay, so that we can finally conclude everything, and then anyone who's free to leave can leave at
Yeah.
this point.
Mhm.
So this is a citation, okay?
Yep.
The same thing that he just signed for you, you're gonna basically sign for him,
Mhm.
right? Because you did on the video hit the gentleman's hand, right, and knock his phone out of his hand. His phone did sustain small cracks and damages, right? So it's misdemeanor crimes. You're not going to court. It's a citation.
Someone said after that the dude's stuff was already cracked, but there's video footage, so I'm sure they'll figure it out.
It's not an admission of guilt, just a promise to appear in court and resolve the issue civilly. He got the same citation for what she said, right? And it's just going to all go to a judge, and you guys are going to appear in court, and you're going to resolve the issue civilly. No one's going to jail. I'm not telling you you're guilty. There's nothing that says that you're guilty or not, right? I just need a citation here that says you're going to court. If you refuse to sign, I have to take you to jail.
Okay. What would it be like if you took me to jail?
You would just go to jail. And you would see a judge first thing in the morning. And I just need a signature from you on in the red box on the X. There are optional boxes there for you to leave a phone number or an email. If you so choose, they'll send you reminders.
Okay.
And I'll give you a light.
Thank you.
All right, so Avery gets a citation. He's going to have to appear in court. I seriously think you should crowdfund his legal defense and just walk in there with like the best lawyer in California, even though it's just a misdemeanor sort of thing. But the other guy got a misdemeanor too for apparently what he did in that situation. So that will be resolved in court. Interesting stuff. All right, AP. All right, guys. So the only thing remaining is some swift justice to be meted out. So I saw some lines being crossed there, guys. I saw some lines being crossed, and so there's going to be some judgment. We'll take the rest of these super chats real quick, and then we're going to have a little trial, guys, and the Quran will be sentenced. What are you saying?
Let's have a trial.
Where'd you get real quiet all of a sudden?
Let's have a trial.
Okay, it's better. Let's see. Guarantee it's Ghost from CC Unit yelling at you. I think I already read that one. Let's see. D-Wood or AP, please challenge Junior to a debate about 99 attributes or Tawheed. I know he'll take it. Lol. That would be funny. Hashtag David Santiago. Hashtag Uthman be running. That's a good hashtag. Uthman be running. Avery should bring vocab and Momo costume next time and say, if Uthman doesn't show up, I'll debate Momo. That'd be awesome. On the other hand, Junior may pull out his monkey in the debate. Yeah, that'd be pretty creepy. Who knows what he does to that? And guys, he pointed out that was all improv, which means he just had the monkey. He said that was off the top of the dome, which means he just had the monkey and the bananas right there. That's creepy. God the Father, Holy Spirit, angels, John the Baptist, disciples all claim Jesus is God in the Bible. They say, but no, Jesus didn't say it himself. Yet Momo never calls himself a prophet in Quran. Well, I mean, there I was talking about specifically being the divine son of God, and Jesus absolutely declared himself to be the divine son of God. GodLogic, I'm your biggest fan. Are you? Prove it. The whole Malik saga reminds me of the Hunter Bear joke. In fact, you should remake that joke with Mo and the Al-Zut in Norm Macdonald voice. I forget which joke you're talking about. Dawah Wars, DLC, Wacka Jihadi. Exactly. People think that Jesus was just okay with everything people did. Annoys me. It seems like they treat him like he's a hippie. He wasn't. No, he wasn't. If you were some outcast and so on, some social outcast and so on, Jesus was very nice and loving. If you were an oppressor and a hypocrite, he was coming to expose you guys. If they call you Apis, can we call Moham a muzzy? Mussy. Mussy. Call him a mussy. Out on bond, watch you. You may give the Warner ideas. Yeah, Bond. Why doesn't immigration come pick them all up? I don't know. Give him time. Give him time. 5-year age difference, but he's good with 50-year age difference. Yep, he is. Islam emphasizes what corresponds to the left hemisphere far more than the right, especially when compared with Christianity's New Testament. Sorry, I'm very off topic, but I've wondered, all kids are manipulative, play mom versus dad and pout for sympathy. Did your kids get confused when that didn't work, or did they just go to mom, love ya? Nope, everyone knows. Everyone knows we're on the same page. What?
Stop talking trash about kids.
Yeah. What left hemisphere means here is law, rules, commands, obedience, structure, submission, external conformity, justice defined primarily as order and authority. Islam strongly centers on Sharia.
Yes.
Islam just sucks. Since everyone is born a Muslim, D. Wood was just being a good Muslim and following Muhammad before he converted to Christianity. There you go.
Yeah.
I was a good Muslim before I converted to Christianity. I'm not a Muslim, but modern day David is definitely a better moral example than Muhammad. They're not even remotely on the same wavelength. That's why AP challenged them all to debate.
You should start a channel called Modern Day David.
Avery is a patient but bad mofo. Quran chips all around in honor of GodLogic. Wait for it. We're going to have a little trial. We want to be fair and impartial. When's the Winger versus Wood charity boxing match? Yeah, that would last all of 3 seconds. D. Wood view on the modal ontological argument sound.
Oh, talk about it forever now. Do it. Come on. Come on.
It's definitely valid. So it comes down to whether the premises are true. And it's an interesting argument where you read the argument and you're like, there has to be something wrong with this, right? You just proved a lot with this simple little argument. But it's kind of hard to figure out like what's wrong with the argument. And so you just have to there has to be something off about it, right? I'm talking about if you're going to reject the argument. Actually found that offensive. Jesus wouldn't want the guy's prepubescent daughter, and the suggestion that he might is absolutely disgusting. That's what I mean. They'll say things that are horribly, horribly disgusting. And we're just supposed to be super respectful of the book that convinces them to think that way. Waiting for one of these guys to lay their hands on me on a bad day. Not in the Zut sense. I'd love to test my skills on favorite boxing bags. It's from my cousin, Cora Segara. Dawah. Oh my, Allah, GodLogic broke my nail, police. Yeah, that's what they're like. Hang on. That's good. Sheikh Ibn Fibbin hiding behind a garkid tree. That's what he does. Hey, we have GodLogic apologetics. I'm watching from a jail cell now, guys. Got Avery in a jail cell. I'm assuming that's not true, but you can't tell what these guys calling the cops.
Hey, Avery, what's up?
He's watching from the jail. He's in the San Diego jail. They went and locked him up. Lo siento, I dipped for a bit to go snowmobiling like a true Mexicano. That's what we do. If D. Wood and AP were there, they wouldn't dare mess with Mrs. Logic, because we all know that D. Wood and AP would slide for GodLogic and his wife. God bless both of you and stay safe. I'd have to say Avery handled that like a total boss. He was right on the money. Thumbnail, Quran over flame, Uthman, come save it. That'd be good. All right, 2 more, guys, and we're going to have a little trial. I would give up my daughter. I would take it up the... Sirs, this is a Wendy's. but I would tell you, I'm telling you, I would give up my daughter. I would take it up the butt. Sir, this is Wendy's. That's funny. And they almost had Logic locked up. They won't let him out.
Locked up, they won't let me.
All right, AP.
What?
I'll be back in a few seconds.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah?
right back. Talk. Let it be your channel for a moment. I'll be right back. We're gonna have a little trial here. Trial's about to be in session.
So, now that I have taken over this channel, I want everyone to go over and to subscribe to Apostate Prophet. That's the channel that you actually want to be watching. So this channel here, Apologetics Roadshow, it is kind of fun. It is fun. There's no denying it. But what's even more fun is going and watching the channel Apostate Prophet. Because there, I will be publishing videos very, very soon. Videos of great consequence. Videos that will blow your mind. Videos that will blow not in the Muhammad Zut sense, but that will be blowing your mind somehow, for some reason. I don't know. I'm really not prepared for this. You should have told me, man, before you left. So, how's everybody doing, man? What's up? At least when David takes over on my channel, he can actually take control of all the functions here, and I can't take control of anything here, except I can hang up or just leave here. Or I can maybe share a screen. Let me see if I can share a screen. No, I don't want to share a screen. So... hey, for everybody watching, by the way, for those unaware, in not this weekend, but the next weekend, we are all going to be in Houston, Texas, where we are going to have debates, where I am going to be debating Jake the Muslim metaphysician. And David is also going to be debating Jake the Muslim metaphysician. And IP is going to be debating... Who is he debating again? Shibli? Hassan Shibli? I think something like that. So all those who have not yet signed up, who have not got tickets yet, I would urge everyone to go and get yourself some tickets. Get some tickets. Let's see each other there. Let's have fun. Let's have fun with the Muslims, and let us have fun over there in general. What the hell?
Order.
I couldn't find my my dumb lawyer wig, but I got this one instead. Hope this works.
Lawyer shall dress
Yes?
as he pleases in this courtroom.
I appreciate it, Your Honor.
Judge Hammer Time has declared that court is in session. Muslims of Sheikh Uthman's Dawah booth, you stand accused of multiple crimes. First on the docket, you derailed a discussion by whining about me. Counsel for the Dawah clowns, what is your defense?
Your Honor, in their defense, they are quite retarded.
Defense noted and rejected. I find your clients guilty of derailing a discussion by whining about me. But I am a merciful judge, and this is a first-time offense for them. So, I sentence them to 2 pages of the Quran.
Your Honor, may I join in? May I join in, Your Honor? Oh, I don't have a shredder. Forgive me, for I do not possess a shredder.
A 1. A 2. Next on the docket, Sheikh Uthman's Dawah clowns called me a rapist and a pedo, but did not apply the same standards to their child molesting fake prophet. Counsel for the Dawah clowns, what is your defense?
Your Honor, it just so happens to be that they are a little bit retarded, once again.
Defense noted and rejected. I hereby sentence your clients to 5 pages of the Quran, shredded. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. Sheikh Uthman's Dawah clowns, look upon the consequences of your bad decisions. Gaze upon the shredding of the Quran that you have caused. A 3, a 4, a 5. Your poor decisions. Third on the docket, Sheikh Uthman's Dawah clowns harassed GodLogic's wife, Lady Logic, Counsel for the Dawah clowns, what is your defense?
Your Honor, they are not at fault. They suffer from mental retardation.
Defense noted and rejected. I hereby sentence your clients to the rest of this Quran being shredded. However,
But Your Honor,
since GodLogic did smack the crap out of one of your clients, destroying his phone and his home in their entirety, I'm going to suspend all but 10 pages of the sentence. That leaves 10 Quran pages to be shredded because of your client's poor decisions and extremely low hikmah. These are the consequences of low hikmah. We insist upon having hikmah in this courtroom.
my word.
Cry us a river. Cry as much as you choose. No one cares about your stupid book and its horrible teachings. Gaze upon the consequences of your low hikmah.
Your Honor, may I object?
You may not.
Oh, okay.
Finally, on the docket, Sheikh Uthman's Dawah clowns called the police like the pathetic little cowards they are. Counsel for the Dawah clowns, what is your defense?
Your Honor, they are not only retarded, they are also cowards, so please excuse them.
Defense noted and rejected. Since your clients violated the terms of their suspended sentence, I now unsuspend the sentence of the rest of the Quran. Gaze upon your works, Dawah clowns of Sheikh Uthman, while your cowardly hero is running around the world, hiding behind every tree, wishing he had a carpet tree that wouldn't snitch upon him. We are here introducing you to the consequences that your sad, pathetic religion did not teach you about. Your religion has failed to teach you the most basic of manners, not going after people's wives, not lying like it's a sport, not bragging about being willing to debate whilst being the world's greatest coward, and after being the world's biggest cowards, attacking women, harassing women, doxing women, then calling the police, thus magnifying and amplifying your cowardice and being the least gangster community that the world has ever seen. Gaze upon the consequences of low hikmah. Look upon yourselves and ask, why is it that when we have doxed this man's home address, given out his wife's phone number to the entire ummah, why does he sit there in judgment upon the Quran with impunity? Because I am the judge. Citizens of the Ummah, you think that Allah is the law, but Allah's not the law. Here,
Then why is it called Allah?
I am the law. You've been warned. Man, hey, people need
Are
to
we really going to
respect
sit through this now? What the hell is this, man?
What?
Are we going to sit through this whole thing? I'm tired.
Gosh, I'm mostly done. You're saying I should finish it later? Hey, I'll pull up, oh crap. I can't even get to all my stuff. Oh, there we go. Hey,
I
AP.
did a very good job as a lawyer, though. I tried my best, so it just the case was too difficult. So, what?
Base. You yeah, they had the greatest legal defense. AP, why don't you answer these last couple of super chats while I finish my work here? We don't want them to think that they got away with it and that the Quran, whatever was remaining of the Quran, was somehow miraculously preserved. They like to have those fantasies about preservation when no one is looking. Let's see. All right, here you go.
Oh, I almost forgot. The Quran is such a stupid book.
Oh, that's the jam. Maybe we'll close out with that. The Quran is such a stupid book. E-I-E-I-O.
Recycle Benel says, would making Quran cross be sacrilegious?
What do you think?
Good question. You could try it and see what happens. Sparkly Harris said, I can't stand y'all. This is frying me. Well, you should not be fried. It's not good for you. Professional opinion. Yes, Missy Guerra says, David from Virginia had a shredder. Yeah. David from Virginia had a shredder. E-I-E-I-O. David Sanguera, AP sucks as a lawyer, not in the Zoot sets. Hey, I have done my best. I have done a pretty good job. Everybody says I'm the best lawyer.
Yeah, sometimes there's just no real defense of something. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it doesn't matter. You could have the best lawyer in the world. And there's nothing they can do.
Yeah. They always blame it on the lawyer. What about you blame it on the people who did the bad stuff? What am I supposed to do as a lawyer if the case is so bad and so difficult? If it is so hopeless, what can I possibly do? I can try my best. I can't do magic. Johanna says, don't let AP be GodLogic's lawyer, bro. Good point. I agree with that.
Although it would be funny.
Yeah. Varna would have Devo asked for an increased sentence to take it.
This is just a misdemeanor. This would only be a small fine. No, please send me to jail and even to prison. I want to take it up the butt. I'll do anything for Dawah, especially if it involves taking it out the butt.
Don't ever hire a lawyer from Turkey, bro, says Kora Sagera. I agree.
Here you go.
Was I the only one that was waiting for him to say in that voice, A1, A2, A3, what's in the center of the lollipop?
Oh, no, that's a 1, a 2, a 3. That's from the Tootsie Pop commercial from the 80s. We all saw that when we were like 5 and 6. I think they kept that thing for a long time.
Cry me a lake from the river to the sea, said Sigera. Stop saying gays, bro. You'll summon the Warner. Silence, court is in session, says the Honorable Judge Segura.
The Honorable Judge Segura. Firm, but fair.
Down, pedophile.
Mama was a pedophile, according to the Dawah booth. Here we go.
David wasting toilet paper when we literally had a shortage a couple of years ago. Shameful. I concur.
Fortunately, we are not in a shortage right now. allowing us to be firm in our judgment. Firm, but fair.
Malik's gonna run out of names to dox at this rate.
Oh, totally forgot. Yeah, he said for every page of the Quran, he's doxing another person in our family or close to us.
Nah.
Good luck with that, Malik. Man, you're going to be doxing for the rest of your life, buddy. You better be doxing like 50 or 100 people a day, dude.
Very nice.
Ugh. Find this book. Here we go.
Kit Kat for Christ says this is better than the actual court stuff I watch. Well, naturally.
Hey, GodLogic! Man! What's up, GodLogic? All we do is, like, talk trash about your wife. And, like, insult her. Post pictures of her and all the other wives. Dox everybody. Have people call you up all day. And why you not more mad? Why you not more mad about her book being shredded? How come you no crying? How come you no crying, man? Why were you supposed to get along with us? Yeah, we talk about your wife and harass your wife and push up on your wife and block your wife. Yeah.
That's what we think of everything, guys. Another successful day in court. Judge hammer time. I am actually buried in Quran pages and Quran shreddings. Why? Guys, why? Why is everything like this right now? Why? Muslims of the world, why? Because of your actions. Your religion does not teach you good manners. So I will teach you good manners. I will show you the way that your God and your fake prophet could not show you. You won't like it. You won't like it. But, you know, children rarely liked being spanked. Some adults like being spanked, probably the Warner. But even though children do not like discipline, it is necessary. It is necessary. And I am here to help teach you what your religion could not.
Nice.
Say, show us the pile. Well, the pile's all around me. Someone said show the pile. But this is what's still like on my lap.
What's the pile? What's the pile?
All right, guys. That's about what we wanted to cover.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, already read this one. This is better than the actual court stuff I watch. It is. It is. This is way better than like Judge Judy, all that stuff. But on it, that's more disrespectful to them. Wait till you see what we do in Quran Demolition Ranch. David is on a tear and having a rip-roaring time. Absolutely. Their boots were smoked by Judge Hammer time. That is true. The Quran was weighed and found wanting. Indeed. AP, any final words?
Well, in their defense, they're retarded.
Defense noted and rejected.
Come on, man.
What? Hey, shout out to Jack Ray for all the channel memberships. One more thing. I know I already made the bacon wrap Quran pages. But But I also told Sheikh Uthman that if he pulled this stunt again, and he challenged us to debate and then refused to debate and then thumps his chest and says, where are they? They're running from me. I told him I was going to make some Bacon Rat Quran pages. So I already did that for someone else, but now I have to do it again because, and I don't get it, guys. I tell you what I'm going to do. If you do something and then you do it and then you cry like babies when I do exactly what I said I would do. So that's not on me, guys. It's on you. And if you're a Muslim and you're whining about this, if you're a Muslim, you're whining about riffing the Quran, dude, you have no idea. None, no clue what's coming up.
Nice.
This week on Quran Demolition Ranch, our first installment of Quran Demolition Ranch. Going to be super awesome and super based. So definitely want to tune in. Definitely want to follow the channel, Quran Demolition Ranch. It's the YouTube channel, Quran Demolition Ranch. We'll have all the stuff there. We've got some super fun stuff coming up. Last couple super chats here. Love you guys.
Love you
Glad
too.
you do.
No, you're supposed to say, I condemn you. How dare you do that to that wonderful book that these guys respect so much when they're doxing everyone's wives and harassing them and posting pictures of them.
That's what everyone's supposed to say. But Muslims are confused why no one actually says that. Well, there goes the rumor that AP is a secret Jew. He did a terrible as a lawyer. Yep.
Yeah, can't be true.
Yep.
If he were really a Jew, he would have gotten his clients off with nothing.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. I think I might be live with... Hey, we going live tomorrow on your channel? You got something you want to cover?
Are we?
I don't know.
Probably.
Okay. So, guys, probably be live on AP's channel tomorrow at our normal time, 8 p.m. I heard Malik did a live and was running his mouth and saying he sent those guys. So Thaddeus watches those. So I will ask Thaddeus, and if he wants to go live at like earlier during the day, like 4 or 5 or something like that, then we'll cover the Malik stuff, the latest Malik drama. Because you know we need to keep paying attention to Malik. He's the one who's the force behind Quran Demolition Ranch. And so definitely want to pay attention to him. What's that?
Leave Malik alone, man.
Oh, I'm going to leave him alone. After all his Muslim buddies realize what he's causing and they say, David, you know what? You're actually right. We'll make him stop. So we'll see when that happens. Until then, it is Quran Demolition Ranch.
Beast.
Talk to you all tomorrow.
See y'all.